Hi, my name is Hannah, and you're with the Sip Sip Show. The Sip Sip Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sip Sip Show. Egan.
Wow. What? Okay. Oh, good. Menghapus jarak antara komuniti. Gitu. Thanks to Globus Neighborhood.
KKFF for the gears, Alter for the lights, Egan for the sound, Chris for the edits and everything else.
Okay.
Yes, go.
Today is a very much awaited, overdue interview yang until now, like, okay, now they're here. Like, what do we do? Let's just do this.
Why are you always wrangling him to get us onto the podcast for the last 3 years?
3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Zan, Azlee, Sheril Bustaman.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Finally.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, let me just do some intros. Sifu and Sifu. Even before our film, they've been coming to Sabah to coach, I guess, to coach ever since at my recollection lah, Borneo Eco Film Fest.
Betul.
And thanks to Agnes Agama, this is here today lah. Bingung.
Just talk like normal lah. Ya Allah.
Okay.
Go on.
So, okay. Kenapa bilang dia? What the fuck, man?
Wait, apa ni?
This is why you need to take a before picture.
Oh, because you cannot get past the didn't take the picture thing.
It's like all this is happening because we didn't take the picture.
So how you guys? Let's just do one question first.
Okay.
Then I'll see if I can like masuk
Okay.
get myself together. How did this start? Like you guys and film and Sabah.
She felt I was hot, so she introduced herself to me.
No, I know. Don't tell lies on the podcast, okay?
Well, I think Sabah, many years ago when Borneo Eco Film Fest first started, the team contacted me. At that time, it wasn't Agnes or anything. I mean, Agnes was here lah. But in KL, people like Harun Rahman, and Ikwan Rivai. You know Ikwan Rivai? He's Sabahan documentary filmmaker, so now he's in Singapore. They kind of contacted me and said, hey, we're doing this Borneo Eco Film Fest. We're looking for trainers to come over and train like the community there and all that lah. So, okay, interesting, right? Then went for a meeting, talk. Okay, jalan. So I think the first Borneo Eco Film Fest, first or second, I came over really as a trainer. You know, and then I would go into small places, you know, the interior of Sabah, go to the Kinabatangan area, go everywhere lah, and whole filmmaking workshops lah, you know. And then that's how I started to get to know more people in Sabah. I got to know you, got to know Chris. The first time I went to your studios at Gaya Street. You all had a space in Gaya Street, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do anything. I just brought a group of participants who wanted to shoot in your area. So I saw you guys and your space and all that. And then I started getting to know more people. And every year I came back and saw the people that started to attend the workshops, make more films, more videos. It was very nice lah. So it made me like, wah, cintakan Sabah. Okay.
Give you IC now.
yeah.
Red color one.
Okay, this like kasih ingat banyak benda. Like first time I saw you, I thought you were like garang. Gangster. Before the smile, semua
Because you
masuk
got long hair, right?
I think we were doing some kind of a pitching or something.
Yes, you
Kan?
you were pitching
So I was
kind of
like-
like a road trip film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That idea
Oh, the
with
festival
the
thing.
highway thing lah.
Kalimantan all that.
Yeah.
It was a very good idea, I remember.
Heh.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
But
story
I
about
was
that idea.
scared, like, oh, punya jahat ni orang ni semua.
He had you're more mellow now. You had a more intense face before.
Real?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Mana ada?
It's because now you're with me, so
Yes,
I have the
yes,
intense
yes.
face.
Co-
So then
in
it
comparison,
relaxes
she's the one who's
your
like-
face.
Yeah.
He's transferred over
Resting
here.
beach face, right? Resting beach face next to me, I look very nice.
I mellowed
Yeah,
his
yeah.
face
Correct.
with my intense face.
I thought it was a one-time thing for me that time, like pitching, kena reject, then habis lah ni. Then I didn't realize like there's a continuation of things to come with the team coming to the studio, wanting to shoot. Like, I didn't expect doing what I do would mean something to the community, and with filmmakers around, it showed. It's proven that a lot more documentation needs to be done.
Yes.
Like, I'm just happy yang we were included lah in this process. So that's when I see that Zan is not so garang.
Don't
Like-
garang at all.
Yeah, not garang at all. And yeah, you have heart. Because when my idea of orang Semenanjung datang di Sabah, bringing knowledge, pandai, and when they come here, you need to learn this. But when you're here, you guys are lagi bini, like we don't feel you pandai. This is not about me. It's about them. Let's do this. Then I realized, because as an artist, I do my own paintings, my work, my whatever things I do, and it's me. Then a big chunk of what I learned is from Sheril. When you do a documentary, again, it's not about you. Whatever happens in this interview, it's not what you want. I had a very difficult time to adjust my ego, I guess, because I'm the artist. I'm Egan. I do this mural work.
But personally, if we know you mana ada ego? Chris, dia ada ego ke? No. But I understand.
I guess it
as a
doesn't
solo,
show, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, as an artist, you do your work alone, kan?
Yeah. So when I realized yang I'm not in power of the outcome, it's a bit easier. Now, my artwork is of the things yang I learned from doing the documentary, and I'm happy with what I'm doing now. It's easier for me to explain, like, this is about them, the people I met, and the stories are not about me. It's about them. It's about their struggles, and it's easier to make other people understand. Last time it was, my colours ini maksud dia macam ni. Oh, kau tidak faham because you're not an artist like me, blah blah blah.
I think it depends on the medium lah. Cause when we worked on the documentary, it was your first documentary ever, kan?
Yeah.
I remember that interview that you're talking about when I said that, because we were going to interview, was it the band or it was
And then
like
this person who I thought can speak, because we were chatting, and he said like, okay, I can do the interview.
then
So
he
we
was
went-
very closed off when we went.
yeah. So I like, like
Susah.
what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, when we were doing that, I was actually telling Zan that you have a very good interview style, because you are not abrasive. You're very curious.
You're very
And
non-threatening.
it comes off very
Yeah.
non-threatening. Zan is also like that when he interviews, but because he's very dynamic, sometimes people can feel like overwhelmed. And then they don't say certain things, or they try to censor certain things, or they're defensive. But that was not the case when you were interviewing the people. They were very relaxed, they were very calm. But it was clear that you wanted, you were not getting the answers you wanted, because you said, oh, when I chatted with him, he said all these things, and then on camera dia tak nak cakap benda-benda macam ni. So then how am I going to fit into the story? Now the story is different. And then that's when I said that lah. I don't remember saying the ego thing, but I did say that you cannot control the responses that you get. Yeah. I didn't really do a lot of work in Sabah until your documentary, actually. And then when we took the documentary on the road, that was the first time I had gone around Sabah the way that we did, which was really fun. I mean, I don't know if
my first experience.
I don't know if I would do it again, but it was a lot of fun. We got to see gajah. That was a great highlight of the trip.
Gajah,
We got to see gajah on the highway.
And then she was showing me the videos of the gajah, right? I was stuck at work in KL, no. And I see this, Pukimak, dia dapat tengok gajah. Aku nak tengok gajah juga lah.
We got to
The
see
story of the gajah,
Ah.
there was a 2-car traffic jam in front of us. 2 kereta, then we were the third one.
And I was sleeping.
So we didn't really understand why there was a traffic jam in the middle of the jungle. Then Ahmad, slow down lah.
And then gelap, no light,
Yeah.
because Sabah highways.
In front of the
What are lights?
first car was a group of a herd of elephants. So ni terbangun, Ahmad, stop sekejap. Kau stop. Kau stop.
Ini gajah liar.
You guys turned around and you said, bangun, ada gajah. And we all got out and I was like, oh my god, Ahmad, stop the car. And Ahmad was like, tidak boleh stop. Kita jalan terus.
We all got excited.
It was so
We
exciting.
told this story to one of my cousins who used that road almost every week. Oh, kami jumpa gajah. Oh yeah. That's where they walk.
That's their jalan.
Yeah, that's the
Their
jalan.
highway.
Yang okay.
Yeah. So before that, all I knew of Sabah was also just KK. And also not really doing filmmaking. I did have a film in KKIFF many years ago, but it was just bringing the film, showing the film, and then finish. But we like community storytelling, and we like to showcase issues not from the top down, but from the bottom up. So like when we were talking about the documentary that you were doing, we were trying to talk about the Lahad Datu insurgency, right? But we didn't want to speak to, like analysts or like political analysts or political groups or freedom fighters. We wanted to speak to people who were really on the ground and affected by it. So like when we went to that kampung and then we spoke to the people who, oh yeah, dia datang tiba-tiba, ini rumah dia ada lubang.
Tu nampak lubang.
Ini
Ni rumah
orang
itu,
sudah pindah sebab
itu
rumah dia
rumah
banyak
tu
sangat lubang.
terbakar.
Rumah
So
itu terbakar. Yeah, that was the kind of stories we wanted lah. And we love telling. So
Oh, diorang tidak dapat bantuan sebab diorang tali barut.
tali baru. Wah.
yeah, so that was really my first like kind of look into the different kind of communities here, which I really enjoyed. And then when we took the documentary around also, we went to speak to so many different kinds of people, and not everybody was aligned with what we were showing, Like when we went to that kampung and they were just like attacking you. And they're like, no, ini salah. Everything in this documentary is salah. That was shocking. I didn't realize that it was going to be that
What
way.
was this? What were they disagreeing about?
You
You never told the story. Can you tell the story?
Can we tell the
Still
story?
remember or not?
I remember.
Which screening was this?
This was in Swang Parai, just down the road.
Oh, okay.
We screened it. Yeah, you want to tell the story?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be in the cut,
Can
But-
we put it in a cut?
but there are different
Okay, cukup.
tribes,
Okay.
different understanding of siapa the suluk, the tausuk.
Oh, okay.
So they are in KK is different.
Oh yeah.
The
Yeah.
narrative of the insurgency and what happened is
It
different.
wasn't
in
insurgency,
different-
it's an invasion.
Yeah,
Ah.
it's different in different places. So this particular place was not favorable to the narrative that we had gotten in the documentary that we had put together. Not that the narrative was not true, our why,
It
but
was just a different perspective. kan?
yeah, it's a perspective from different people, kan. So their perspective was very different, and they were just like,
Not
no,
willing to-
ini salah.
Okay.
Because the community here face a different kind of struggle,
Yeah,
and they
because of
understand
it.
that ini bukan this understanding is not really legit.
Because it's not representative of what they
Face lah.
experience. And then the guy said, kamu kena cari itu N. Balthazar. Kamu kenal itu N. Balthazar? Cuba kamu pergi cakap dengan N. Balthazar. Dia tahu pasal benda ini. Oh my god.
Did you tell him?
I
Did you manage
dare
to find?
say.
Did you manage to find N. Balthazar? Again, I don't know.
Yeah, that night.
I heard she's
we
very hard
slept
to.
together.
Very hard.
You found her that night, right? Oh, kamu yang Balthazar bilang kamu.
Sambil berus gigi.
Macam kenal tau.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that really kind of just made me want to do more here. And then when we went to Omadal together, I remember when we were planning, then you said, oh, tempat ni kita kena tidur dalam sekolah. And I was like, tidur dalam sekolah. And in my head, right, my semenanjung head, I was like, I'm going to sleep in some government school. It's going to be like haunted. It's going to be gross. And I was like, okay, never mind. And I was like, oh yeah, sebab tempat ni tiada hotel. Kita perlu tidur dalam sekolah.
So you
Okay.
went to East
East
School.
School.
Yeah.
So we went to East School.
That time Jeffrey was still there.
Jeffrey was there.
Yeah.
And then Jeffrey cooked us dinner. And the minute we arrived, we went snorkeling. And then he had a panic attack. Because I didn't know that he doesn't like snorkeling. So then I discovered there are Sabahans who don't go to islands. There are landlocked. Who
Hanyut
knew?
sial.
Who?
Me. I was like, jauh. Jauh. Oh shit, I'm jauh.
Then he was like, number one, he was like, oh, he's jauh. And number two, he said, the mask makes everything look small.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's like, I cannot breathe because the mask is on my face.
Oh god.
Yeah. So I learned a lot of new things on that trip.
About Egan.
About I was like, who knew? I thought all Sabahans love the sea. I guess not. Some are kind of landlocked.
So when I was panicking, Ate saw me. She was panicking. Like, alamak, kenapa ni?
And I was like far away with no life jacket, nothing.
It's okay, your mom dah baca lots.
Yeah.
Dia bila kenapa dia panic. All you do is stand up.
No, cannot.
Oh. Air sampai sini.
Stand up.
The next day we saw the kids, the students going to school.
By boat.
Yeah, by boat. And then, oh cikgu saya lambat sikit. Saya terjatuh dalam air tadi. like like keluar basah balik rumah tukar baju. Like wow.
Allah.
Yeah.
Kalau saya terus cuti 1 minggu.
Yeah. So going to East School to screen that film really it like touched me lah. Omadal especially. It just like I don't know what it was about it. At the time the island was still not very commercialized. Now it's not
It's still not
commercialized,
commercialized,
but,
yeah. But
it's
more people know about it, yeah.
There's a homestay now. You know,
Yeah.
when we went, there was no homestay.
So do you guys stay
You
there?
stayed there?
Yeah, we only stay there.
It's
Kak
Kak
Rozia.
Rozia. Kak Rozia.
Yeah.
Ah.
So now there's a
Oh,
homestay.
her
She's got a whole deck already
Wow.
with a little coffee table and everything. So when we first went, there was none of that. And then when we went, the jetty still buruk-buruk kan? With the planks all misaligned. You could fall in at any time.
Dang. Now concrete. Right?
No,
Yeah, now
concrete.
concrete, cement.
Concrete 2 times already. This is the second layer already that they put the
Yeah.
concrete because the first one pecah.
I think school themselves did most of the concrete work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They sponsored the concrete also.
Nice.
So it just felt, and then at the time they didn't have the Starlink. Now they have a Starlink in
wow.
school. So there was no internet, remember? So by like 5 o'clock, there's no signal already. And it was really, for me, it was really peaceful. He got sick
Oh yeah.
after he had his panic attack. Then he got sick. So we had this
They had to
TV.
do the presentation for me.
And then the thing about it was that we said, oh, we're
Ay,
going to
budak keke
screen...
ni.
Yeah. We're going to screen the film. We said, like, why can't we screen the film at 7? Why can't we screen the film at 9? And they're like, we have to wait for the IE to surut dulu. And I didn't understand what that meant. I was like, but why? What does the tide have to do with our screening? And then only I realized it's because they want to screen on the seabed, which we didn't get to do in the end because
Yeah.
the tide never surut
Yeah, betul.
that particular night. So we screened it on the jetty itself. But it was still really cool. And they all speak Bajau, right? Our documentary was in Malay. But Jeffrey and Bill Quinn were doing the translating for us. And they also had like their own perspective of what the documentary was about and their own thoughts about it. And then seeing all the kids at the school also was an experience lah, because they are clearly curious about this random person that has just showed up. And then they were shouting at me, "Eh perempuan, kau cantik perempuan." And I was like, the most genuine compliment ever. I've never felt as
And when I heard this, I was like,
as I
"Diorang
had."
rabun ke apa?"
Yeah, and it's just watching how people are living with so little, but clearly living so much larger than we could ever live, right? And so I came back to when I went back to KL, I was telling him about Omadal, and he had never been. And so we said we should try to do something with his school and try to go back to Omadal and do something there. And then when we were trying to put together an idea of what to do, we spoke to Icha, who is the founder of his school.
Okay.
One of the founders of his school. And Icha
We
also...
had the idea first, then we approached her. Then I contacted her.
Yeah, but Icha also said like, if you're just going to come and teach them how to make films and leave, then there's no point. Because many people have already done that. And then at first we were like, oh, we will buy them GoPros so that they can also shoot underwater. And she's like, no need. They have an underwater camera, they don't use it.
Well, we didn't know all of this until later, once the project was already started already.
So
yeah.
like, then Icha also kind of debunked what we thought we had already knew. So even though we were well-intentioned and we wanted to go in to do this for the community, and we had this idea of like what we thought was going to be okay, there were so many things that Icha corrected, because she said, oh, they don't need this. This is actually what they need. What is the sustainability of this idea? How can it go forward? So on and so forth. And then we had to kind of rethink it. So that also kind of made me like realize like, sure, we try our best not to tell the stories, but we still also think that we know, you know. We know that this is what is going to work, but sebenarnya tidak. So you still have to be open to listening to the community and listening to what they want, what they need, what kind of story do they want to tell, to really like get the originality across lah. Yeah.
I think from the very beginning already, it's not about orang KL datang and then tahu lagi banyak, you know what I mean? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a lot of things about filmmaking. I got to rely on people, right? And like from the first time I ever came for BFF and doing the workshops and all that, right? The participants technically, like they all know, they know shit. They know how to shoot, they know about special effects, they know editing, they know, right? I learned from them when it comes to things like that. But what it is for me is just to really just to share whatever experience I have and then see if they can make use of it. You know? Yeah, like I share with them, okay, you know all the technical skills, did you know? If you put it on YouTube, right? Ramai orang boleh tengok, but you have to promote the YouTube lah. You know, things that they might not know and then we share. You know? But we cannot come in assuming that, oh, communities don't know anything. Like what she said lah, you have to listen to what they have and what they don't have. And you'll be surprised. If you have the wrong assumptions, you'll be very surprised that they know a lot. You know, so we can never assume that communities have no knowledge.
It will also change the way the working relationship you have with them. Because if you go in kind of talking down to the community, kind of assuming that you're going to run this workshop the way that you run any other workshop that you've run, then it's not going to go well. So you have to adjust lah and adapt. And I also kind of learned that when we did that tour together, where we were bringing your film around, because I was like, you mean we are going, but everything is not set yet? We don't know who's coming. We don't know anything. I don't know. This is giving me a lot of anxiety. And then Ati was like, okay saja, tak apa. Nanti itu Bobby akan settlekan. Okay. And then truly lah, really, it's all settled. So then I was like, okay lah. So you
Because Ate knows better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
exactly.
Yeah, because they
So
know
you
better.
have to trust.
Saved our lives.
You
Yeah.
need to trust. You need
You
to
have to have trust, yeah.
that when you go into a community that is not your own, you trust the way that they do things.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't get that. They say, oh, ini production tau, ini production. We need to follow the call sheet. We need to follow. You shoot on Omadal Island. What call sheet do you want to follow? You ask Bill Queen, hari ni kau buat apa? Oh, hari ni saya baru, okay, kami mau pagi ni kita pergi ni, boleh? Okay. But pukul 4 nanti saya tidak free. Sampai pukul 6 baru kamu cari saya. Okay. So for the 6, we take a nap lah. Production?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's adapting. Adapt to the community.
When we were doing our screening in Borneo Comrade, in
Sempurna?
Sempurna. Yeah, Sempurna. So I thought it was going to be like screening, Q&A, settle. So it was Q&A. This girl was 14 years old, undocumented. Abang, was it Cikgu? I forgot. Apa beza IMM 13 and burung-burung and banci? Like, the fuck is this, man? like it was technical questions, huh? This girl just learned how to read. And she wanted to know the differences of these documents so she can isi the borang for her family. Pergi apply papers lah. And I'm like, the day you go do the screening is actually to answer their questions about technicalities. And we thought like, oh, it's going to give you semangat. No, we don't need semangat.
We need to know practical shit.
We need to do
get our lives
now.
Yeah.
This shit, we want to know that shit.
Yeah. And then there was also that girl that was saying, because actually the documentary that we made together was not about statelessness, right? But in one of the sub-themes of it was they were talking about how extremism in Sabah is being cultivated into the stateless community by using the stateless issue.
Yeah.
So they said they will tell you like, oh, if you help us, when we win and
We'll
we
give
take
you
back,
this
we
and
will
that.
give you land, we will
Yeah.
give you citizenship. So one of these girls lah, also about 14, 15, said, yeah, okay, you want to say that the Sulu people are using this as a tool, but orang Sabah pun macam tu juga. Sebab her whole family kena tipu by some immigration agent. They said,
Runners
you
apa.
buyer, and then lepas ni saya tolong kamu uruskan dokumen. And dia hilang begitu saja. And then she started crying. Then Egan started crying. Egan cried a lot on this tour. So much.
Emotional.
And Egan was like, saya tidak tahu macam mana mau jawab. So
Well,
like
true.
begitu.
Oh,
And it's
God.
an issue that's still hard to answer now even.
And it's a hot thing now.
It's
I mean,
macam-
our buddy here, like, see, Steve is like trying to answer questions on undocumentedness, stateless.
And he got to
issue.
interview N. Baltazar.
And
Yes.
she met.
Kamu kenal
he
itu
met
N. Baltazar?
Itu N. Baltazar.
Oh.
She's so lucky. If only you could be that lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my God. Yo. I want to divert sekejap.
Yeah, I want to ask a
Oh,
question.
yeah.
Because you've seen how the statelessness issue here is, right? Is it similar-ish issues over in West Malaysia?
In West Malaysia, we don't really do a lot on undocumented
I mean, but
communities.
there is an issue there.
Well, I think from our understanding of how undocumented issues are in Semenanjung, in West Malaysia, is mainly refugees, uh, illegal migrants coming without the right documents. That tends to be the situation. And if it comes to refugees, they will straight go UNHCR, get registered there. And then they probably, if they can, they want to settle here, they settle here. But usually UNHCR will then get them settled in a different country. So usually that is the issue. It's totally different than the issue in
Because the
Sabah.
West Malaysian indigenous communities are quite strong
Yes.
in the sense that they are already, they have a lot of NGOs, a lot of people that have access to them to give them this kind of education, to help them with the papers. It's not as hard to access as Sabah.
Correct.
Because in Sabah, the stateless communities are so vast and so far apart in different places. And yeah, a lot of people say, oh yeah, they're just in Semporna. Only in Semporna I got stateless people. Or only in the KK market I got stateless people. But even then also, the Baja people in the KK market and the Baja people in Semporna are two different kinds of Baja people. The stateless issue is different. The stateless issue in Syurga dalam botol and the stateless issue in Jom Kita Cloud are different issues. But they don't understand that. In West Malaysia, it's not as difficult to differentiate. And then like the orang Aslis have a lot of schools, whereas like
They've got
and
access to the
and they have,
infrastructure.
yeah, and they have access to
They've
the
got access
infrastructure.
to
They
it,
have
so
resources.
they won't face that problem.
So it's different. Yeah, it's different. So that's why the issues of documentation are mostly with like what Zan mentioned different kinds of marginalized communities.
I was gonna ask you about the film you made. We Are Animals.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, 2017, 2016 in Bangladesh, 2017.
That was hardcore. I mean the
Hardcore.
drone shots
Oh,
bikin takut, Chel.
yeah. Baru beli drone masa tu.
The drone lost already.
You went there alone?
I went there alone. Well, I went there without her lah. But
So alone lah.
alone lah. Every night call home. I went there with Mercy Malaysia. So that was my into the camp lah. Because if not, they were not letting media people in and all that lah. So I went to Mercy Malaysia. Yeah.
One thing I noticed when you were interviewing people, you have to keep like a straight face. Like their problems are like fucked up.
Yeah.
But you're like, oh, okay. Next question.
Yeah.
Like how what was going through you that time when you meet all these people?
You have to, if you want to, you want to hear their stories, right? You have to hear their stories.
Yeah.
I try not to be, how do you say? Try not to be affected by their stories. Usually, I'm not affected by these stories, right? Very hati kering one.
Yeah.
Yeah, very hati kering. For a very long time, I was very hati kering because I would go to all these war zones, conflict zones, and all that, and see all these people living. Right, I understand that they're facing difficulties and hardships and all that, and I do sympathize and all that. But okay lah, I do what I can, what I cannot lah, But Bangladesh, We Are Animals. I mean, before that, I was really starting to change a little bit, but Bangladesh really changed me because I saw kids, right?
Yeah.
There was this one time in the refugee camp in Bangladesh, the Rohingya refugee camp. I saw these two kids, one girl carrying a small baby. And the ages were about the same age as my first two kids at that time. The baby was sleeping. And then the girl was just going around frantic. And then like frantic. Then somebody stopped them. Somebody in our group stopped them, say what's wrong. And he said, my brother, the baby, is sick, never wake up since last night. So my mother asked me to go look for a doctor.
Oh shit.
You know, "Oh." And lucky thing our group was a bunch of doctors lah, right? So they tengok, yeah, he high fever and all that lah, and they treated him lah. That one really affected me. I was like, this is like my two kids, man. You know, then I cry. Oh, yeah, I cry.
He went to a concert.
Zan crying.
I
Went to-
became Aiden. But yeah, I cried. Oh, then I called
He's
her.
actually a really big crier.
I'm a big
Oh
crier.
yeah. I saw
I cry all the
what was
time.
that movie review?
There were so many.
No, this one
Imaginor.
Imaginor.
Yeah, I cried
Oh my
with
god.
Imaginor, yes.
I cried with
You
him.
also cried.
I cried with him. Like
God.
yes,
Oh,
it was a
hati
good
tissue.
movie.
Hati tissue lah, yo.
Yeah.
Imaginor.
So yeah, I mean you yeah. But while wanting to find out information, you have to focus up. You know, sometimes it might even come to the point like you might not even feel, or you might look like you don't even feel, because you have to ask these kind of questions. There were some questions I was asking these people like, oh okay, so you come here, why you come here? Your place there so bad lah. You know, like how horrible is it at your place that you have to run away to another place to live in the refugee camp? Refugee camp also is quite bad. So it may come off like, come on man, of course it's bad, right? But you have to ask that question
Yeah.
because you really want to know. You need
Then
to
how
know.
you gonna get the
If not, how
answer,
you gonna
right?
get the
Yeah.
answers, right? You have to ask.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I ask myself like, apa hal Zan boleh tanya soalan macam bodoh ni?
Ha.
Like you know they're not eating. Like oh berapa kali makan satu hari? Like satu kali. Like obviously it's a problem,
Yes,
kan?
yeah.
But I guess I was just answering my own question. Like why do you have to answer? Why do you have
Ask
to
that
like
kind of
ask
question,
questions
yeah.
like that? Yeah, bikin sakit hati.
People like you and people like you and all that, right? You have that empathy. You can understand, you know? So it's obvious to you. But there are a lot of people that it's not obvious. For a lot of people, it's not obvious.
That's why you have to ask the obvious question.
You have to ask the
Correct.
obvious questions to make people who it's not obvious for them be more aware of it. There's so many people who don't know these things are happening.
And that's also
know?
why
Yeah.
these people need to make the films themselves.
So
'Cause
they can
Their
show.
stories.
so you don't have anybody asking the questions. They bring up the issues themselves.
So if you after We Are Animals, it was 2017, right? After that, all of our film projects have always been making the film, but also mentoring the people there to make the films together.
Or
It started
mentoring
out
other
with
people
it
to
started
make
out with
those
that
kind
project
of
where we got you on
films.
as well.
Yeah.
It started out there.
Yeah. So getting other people to
Yeah.
make these kinds of
Yeah.
documentaries lah.
And I think
Or
that's
tell
why
these kinds of
that's why I do
stories.
these workshops also. Because aku tak boleh nak beritahu semua orang, aku tak boleh nak ceritakan cerita-cerita korang semua.
It's not
Because
for us
aku
to
bukan
tell.
korang.
Yeah, it's not for us to tell. Also.
It's not for us to tell. You know? So I help you tell the story lah. You tell. You don't know how, I tell you how to do it. You know? Yeah. So you tell the story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that is way more important.
Yeah.
And anyway, and another motive also is because being a journalist, making films and all that, right, has given me a lot of joy and satisfaction in my life. If everybody else can be like that also, best oh. So I try to share lah. You know? So if they find that satisfaction when they're doing it also, oh, okay lah.
Did you again? Did you find satisfaction in making a film? Were you satisfied?
No. No. I love the process.
As an artist, you never will.
But the method of getting data, trying to communicate with people you hardly know, and going through all the process, it made me see a different type of art form,
Ah, okay.
and it doesn't have to apply to just filmmaking. Now I'm doing my mapping projects.
Yes.
It's all based on interviews.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess I'm fortunate to have that opportunity to do this.
You have to start somewhere, ma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Betul?
But I feel like you are remembering it to be worse than it was. Because honestly, it was not that bad.
Yeah.
Your interviews were fine. They were great.
Yeah.
In fact, that was like your strongest. Your interviews were all very strong. And you were asking the not appropriate questions, but the meaningful questions lah. And not in an invasive way.
I always say Egan pulls stories out of people
Yeah.
Yeah.
without fishing for it.
Yeah.
Correct. And he's very because he's got that very non-threatening kind of inquisitive manner, right?
Yeah.
So people want to tell you, they want to tell him things. I feel like when I do interviews, I have to really be very I have to be very attentive. I have to try very hard lah. I have to be extra attentive. I have to really like connect with this person. I'm always I always like try to keep in contact even before the interview, so that by the time we get to the interview, they kind of already know me, and then only the interview will be smooth. But like for you, even though like the band, right, the punk band, it really was just like this, like any of your podcast episodes where it was just a bunch of dudes talking. The most formal interview we had was with the
Wakil Rakyat.
Wakil Rakyat, right? And even then also he, in the end, was quite relaxed, very informal. He wasn't even like, posturing or giving like an official statement or putting on that air. And that is actually because it was you lah asking the questions. Because it would be different if it was me or if it was Zan interviewing him.
Different people will have
Yeah.
different styles. And if I was one directing that film that you were making, I would have changed the approach into filming you finding all this out. And then showing your interaction with these people and how they interact with you and how they give you your answers and all that. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have done that because you exude that kind of I guess, personality.
Main character. He's got main character energy.
Not necessarily main character, but it's a very unjudgmental, non-judgmental approach to finding out the story.
Yeah.
And
There's an authenticity to him.
Correct.
It's not like he's trying hard to
Yeah.
push an agenda.
Yeah. And
I
that
did try hard.
he's like, I worked so hard.
Because even on certain things we work, I told him like, I can't be the one in front of the camera. It has to be you. I'll do the production. I'll handle all the other stuff, but it has to be you in front of the camera. Because if I were to ask the questions, I'll get totally different answers when he asks the
Yeah,
questions.
exactly. So I think you second guess yourself a lot, but it actually went well.
Yeah.
All of the interviews went well. I remember after your first interview, you came up when we called cut already. You're like, okay ka, Sheril, okay ka. Do you feel like I asked enough questions? I didn't go through everything on the list. There were some questions I didn't ask him. Then I was like, the interview was an hour and a half long. I think we're good, guys. My guy. Then I said, and then that we have to interview other people also, right? So like, I don't know what in this 1.5 you're gonna use, but I think you got it, lah. Don't worry. Yeah. So it's so it's fine, lah. You're doing fine.
Yeah.
Any examples when you guys go like on the ground, do interview and it really messed up? Ada?
So many.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought we never mess up.
Well, not messed up, lah, but it doesn't. I'm
things-
guessing it doesn't go the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always. I mean,
I think our top story for us, our mess up was technical issues lah. Bawa tripod, tidak bawa mic.
there was once he did an interview, 3 cut habis.
Oh damn!
Zan.
Yeah, but
And then he was like,
nothing
one
went wrong
more
there.
question, one more question. That's not our top story. Our top story
nothing
is
went wrong there.
our
I
top-
wanted to interview that long.
our top story is that we went to interview this extremist. It was already arranged that we were going to interview this person. And then we had to go and shoot. They said, okay, you can come and shoot this like class that they were having inside the prison. But somehow the inmates already knew we were coming.
Oh wow!
So the minute Zan and the cameraman walked inside, it was Azim at the time.
Azim, yeah.
Azim went inside.
They all
40
walked out.
inmates
Just
walked
walked
out.
They didn't do.
And then the guards couldn't control, the lecturer, trainer person couldn't control. They just walked back to their cells.
just walked away lah.
Kosong.
Not do anything. Yeah.
So
They didn't want any part of it. Huh?
Then
Yes.
we went back into the office. They said, okay, wait here first. Half an hour later, they said, cannot lah,
They don't want.
boycott.
Yeah.
Wow!
Oh.
Must be an internal thing.
Yeah.
So like
They found out already that we were coming, what we were doing, even though nobody had said, and then they were warning other inmates.
Don't say
To
anything.
don't
If you
speak to us,
do these interviews,
What were you
later you
doing?
kena.
we were talking to
We were doing
extremists.
we
We
were
were
doing
doing
a series on
documentary series where
radicalized people.
we interviewed radicalized and extremist people
Yeah,
to find
on
out
like
why
how did they get
how did they get
radicalized? Yeah.
radicalized and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. So the radicalized people did not appreciate that.
Yeah, true. Because we're
But
radical.
but
Oh.
see things like this you have to expect when you make non-fiction films like that. Something like this will always happen, you know. So like when you ask, oh, what was like something that went wrong, right? For me, that wouldn't be something that went
It's
wrong.
not really went wrong.
Yeah,
lah.
because
it's just that
it's part
Part
of
of
the
the
thing, you
game.
know. So okay, something like that doesn't pan out. You just got to find another way to tell the story,
yeah.
you know. And you just have to expect that that's how it is,
Yeah.
So, I mean, the more you do it, you know that there's nothing wrong, If something like this happens, it's normal. It's normal.
You pivot lah. You have to
You just have to pivot and
Yeah. So
find
that's
something
why
else,
that's also again why I told you don't worry about the story
Yeah.
structure. Don't worry about not getting exactly the messaging that you want because you can look at all of these interviews and then piece the narrative together. That's the approach lah. Like in those three, we did three, right? Feature documentaries where we were training again. So we had to train another two directors. One of the stories was on this ex-wife of an extremist.
Yes.
So this person had already done a radio documentary with Zan.
So I've had a long
before.
relationship with her, So yeah.
So she wanted to do like a sequel on her life now, because she wanted to kind of let other people know,
Especially women.
other women know that they're not alone because she had a very bad experience when her husband was radicalized, arrested, and then her life kind of fell apart, right? So she said she wants to do this documentary. And when she told us what she wanted to do, she wanted to introduce us to a support group of like
Women.
wives,
Like her
women
whose husbands were
whose
already
husbands
arrested
have been
and all that.
arrested,
Oh,
whose husbands were radicalized, and she was going to like introduce us to this group, and the documentary was going to be about this group of people lah. So okay, plan, and then COVID. Then during COVID, she said, "Oh, none of these women want to be featured in your documentary. So instead, why don't we do a documentary on basically what happens after?" So we said, "Okay." We set a shoot date. We go to the location. We meet her, and tomorrow we're gonna shoot. Tomorrow is day 1 of production, and she says, "You cannot shoot my face. You cannot shoot my house.
You cannot shoot the town that
my
we are
town.
in.
You cannot shoot any landmark that shows where I'm
Identifies her.
staying.
Yeah.
All of these things you can't put in. I will do the interview, the safe interview,
And that's it.
but you have to change my voice, and I will wear an abaya the whole time." So,
So what
first
you
time
did is
director also, right?
The sound bit lah.
First time director also,
Panic,
who was doing it.
Yeah,
She
she
was
panicked.
like,
What am I gonna do?
"Then shoot what? What are we gonna shoot?" So that night itself, we had to pivot and then think about how we were going to do this. Of course, what are you going to say to this woman? Cannot lah, I already come all the way here, I already bring my crew, you
Yeah.
have to honor it and you have to...
Cannot,
right?
Because
This
it's her
is-
life.
Yeah, and this is...
And she has
yeah.
legit reasons why she doesn't want.
Correct.
Yeah.
And her reasons are fair. She's like, what if someone recognizes it? What if someone knows where I live now? My life is completely different already. She's built a whole new life. What about my kids? My kids had to go through this awful thing when my husband got arrested. Now we've made a new life for ourselves. Her risks are real, you know.
Yeah.
So you're gonna risk all of that for some 70-minute documentary. Cannot lah, it's not fair. So we pivot and then we did reenactments instead.
Yeah, we did reenactments and a little bit of animation.
Yeah, and then we did a separate day of shoot where we interviewed other people on like their thoughts on how people get radicalization, and that kind of thing, and then we put it together.
Yeah.
This is what I feel when my interview subjects didn't want to show up. I'm not sure what they told Ahmad, but it's like Ahmad said, like, yeah, they're not coming. And we're like, we're screwed. We were at the lobby and then we rented out the place
The hall
upstairs.
upstairs, yeah.
And then this one abang or two, I forgot, two of them just didn't came. And they were like, they had like really good stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, alamak, like, but I didn't have this perspective that time. I thought like, habis lah, this thing is not going to jadi. Like, there's nothing is, the outcome is going to rosak. Like that lah. I watched back the film these few days, and in retrospect, I thought it came out
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I forgot the script, I forgot the conversation. Then when I watch it again, like, this is not so bad.
Yeah.
This is TV-able.
TV.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, there were people yang last minute we can kasih tukar.
Yeah.
Or this kakak from that political party.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Banyak lah yang just fell from the sky.
On the fly. Correct.
Yeah, and we patched things together and it looked nice.
Yeah. I mean, when something like that unexpected happens, right? It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay to feel what's going to happen and all that, right? Feel it, then okay, now what?
Pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think some of the times when the people didn't show up, we also like, alamak, kenapa ni, right?
Yeah.
But after that, move on. What can you do already, kan?
I think that's the thing with documentary that, because with the film fest KKIFF we have the Sabah Film Lab, right? Is the participants who are doing documentary realizing that it's fluid. Like sometimes the story in your head starts off as that, but ends up with something else.
Yeah.
Being able to let that happen in the documentary instead of like forcing the narrative, forcing what's going to be. I think that's the biggest learning thing.
I mean, you try to plan it as detailed as possible, but you just know that that's going to happen lah. You know? Yeah.
I think being open to having a rough idea of what your direction is already good enough when you're doing a documentary. But you cannot full on dictate what the narrative and what the story is going to be exactly verbatim from each of your subjects.
Yes,
true.
Then it's not a documentary lah.
Yeah.
But it depends on the documentary also. Because if you do a TV formatted documentary for like Discovery Channel or History Channel, that one's all planned out. You know, you do your pre-interviews, you interview them before your actual interview. So when you actually do your production, everything.
But from your
that's a
pre-
totally different. That's a totally different type
that's different.
of documentary.
But even then, in your pre-interviews, you still cannot control that this person is going to say exactly this thing that you want.
It's just that you can
so
go,
you still,
we are not interviewing him.
so you can either
Or you
you have
can
to cut
choose.
this person, or you
And
can
I've done
say,
that
oh, I
before.
thought this was good, this was
Yeah.
not good. This perspective is good. I don't think we really need this person.
Yeah,
So that's okay
so
lah.
it depends on the documentary.
But you did that. You did do your pre-interviews,
You did.
right?
Yeah.
And you did tell them it was going to be alright. But it's just because of the subject matter. It's a 50-50. We knew this going.
You went and
when
traveled
we
there
went.
before you shot, right?
Yeah, me and
I
Ahmad went
remember.
together.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That was a
During
big experience for me.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Lada tu is like this. Okay, of course, we were talking about cows.
Yes.
Let's just get it out.
So, if for all the viewers here on the Sip Sip show, I'm here to tell you that Egan is afraid of cows.
Sial.
How did I discover this, you ask? You didn't ask, but I'll tell you. We were in Keningau, his hometown. And we were reversing our van onto this patch of grass that happened to have a herd of cows. By a herd, I mean 5 cows. As we reversed, the cows dissipated, except for 2 cows. So I got out of the van. Other people got out of the van. I turned around and Egan has now gotten out of the van. Egan is holding the van door just a crack open, looking at the cow that is standing in front of the
It
van,
was scary.
not really doing anything. And then I said, Egan, you can do it. You can get out of the van.
Can do it.
And then he said, oh, maybe I wasn't out of the van yet. You were supposed to get out first, something like that. But anyway, he opened the door and he was like, okay, I can do this. And then he slammed the thing shut and screamed. So the end of this story is Ahmad had to get back in the van, drive the van out, then again got out of the car.
Oh my god, so divas, yeah.
So
There is a cow here, I shall not exit the vehicle.
But why are you scared of cows?
I don't know.
Were you like hit by one when you were a kid?
Kecil-kecil pernah kena sondol.
We never had that experience before.
If it was a buffalo, I could understand. But cows are generally not aggressive animals.
Unless it's kampung cows.
Keningau.
Keningau cows.
There is something about Keningau cows. And you were in a van. You know how big the van is in comparison to the cow?
Maybe a childhood trauma somewhere.
You blocked it out.
I will be cancelled by cows now. Yeah, I don't have any recollection of growing up with
Cows.
barnyard animals.
Saya
Okay.
takut lagi angsa daripada cows, okay?
Yeah.
Correct.
Fair. Have you seen their teeth?
Have you seen how fast they go?
Correct.
Yes.
And how aggressive they are?
They don't care. Head
In
goes
comparison
down.
to a cow?
And you know the saying, bodoh macam lembu. And still you're scared of the lembu yang bodoh itu.
You need some exposure therapy. You need to go to Kundasang,
Therapy.
go to the dairy farm,
The
get
cow
some
farm.
stickers.
Go touch the cows.
Ah,
They're a peace-loving animal.
Come
correct.
to think of it, kan, making documentaries is different than screening them. When you say, when I say screening, kan, because we had the experience of touring most of the parts in Sabah, or on a van, we berhenti sini, berhenti sana, and you see different types of people and animals. And it's a very, how do you say, obviously it's eye-opening, but something that somehow macam it validates your work, but at the same time it tells you like that's not the only thing that you need to do. Macam ada banyak lagi kau silap, but it's okay for now. And there's still things yang needs to be done. Maybe not by you. Maybe by screening this, you'll ignite someone.
That's the point. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then they'll say like, "Hey, ni tidak ngam lah." Then you say, "Then do something."
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
A lot of the comments that we get whenever we screen our documentaries is that, especially in West Malaysia, the audience likes to ask, okay, but what are you going to do about this? It's great that you've highlighted this issue,
How
but
are you
what are
addressing
you gonna do about this? Are you gonna show this to like government officials or what? And I always feel like not just documentary filmmakers, but also sometimes fiction filmmakers that highlight causes in their narratives, they feel like they are going to save the world with it. But actually, right, there is no film that is going to save the entire world. The best thing you can do with your piece of content is actually just to start a conversation, or at least keep a conversation going. You know, people would not like this Lahadatu thing that we did, right? When we did it, it was already so many years after. Nobody was talking about it already, and in fact, in West Malaysia, it was like a blip. They're like, oh yeah, it happened. 11 days, finish. And then, as we found out when we went on the tour, some people in Sabah also didn't know this was happening.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we didn't know this happened. We thought it was a normal kidnapping. And then even the people in Lahad Datu, where we screened it and we thought, oh, this is the place that's going to get the most reactions, got the least amount of reactions because they were like, it was just one of the many. It's just that so happened this one lasted 11 days.
Oh yeah.
They were like, oh, it's actually could have just been another Tuesday.
Damn.
But this one was just more extreme than the usual. But they were already so used to it. They're like, oh yeah, we know the drill. We go to the day one, see the beat, leave your houses. That's it lah. So we also were like, oh, so actually, is this really a significant enough thing for us to have made a documentary about or not? So different places have different perspectives, kan? And that's what I really like about screening the documentaries, not in like to the masses, but in these like small community screenings, because you really get to hear what people really think about your documentary. Like you said, right? Oh, jadi, tidak jadi, ini salah, itu tak salah. But I think sometimes filmmakers are not open to that because they are indignant, you know. I really worked so hard. I tried so hard. I ran away from a cow. And here you are
I got assaulted
criticizing
by
my
a cow.
work. The gall.
Cool.
But honestly, it's not about you.
Yeah.
If you are putting a piece of work out there, you have to be willing to take anything people say about it. So you
yeah,
cannot
that-
take it personally.
That I agree.
Yeah. So like
That one I agree.
our recent documentary that premiered that you guys were at. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for the invite.
West Malaysia, East Malaysia, both, and many screenings. We've done, I think, 6 or 7, because we did some previews before the premiere also. Different reactions. Some people feel that it was too surface. Kenapa kamu tidak cover itu garbage sorting issue? Kenapa kamu tidak interview orang kampung di pulau ini? Kenapa kamu tidak
tiada statistik tentang berapa ramai yang undocumented?
kenapa tiada
berapa-
peta untuk
Kenapa
tunjukkan
tiada
pulau ini di
peta,
mana?
Peta nak tunjuk di mana Pulau Madah. Everything got lah. Yeah.
Kenapa tiada tak cukup bajau laut representation? Kenapa satu saja itu orang? Kenapa not more on their
No, the
life?
best comment was, tajuknya jom kita ke laut. Kita shoot di pulau, di tengah laut. Ada orang tanya apa tau? Kenapa tak pergi ke laut ni?
Lama saya tunggu.
Lama saya tunggu. Tak
Lama
pergi ke
saya
laut
tunggu.
pun.
Tajuknya jom kita ke laut, tapi kita tak pernah
Dia
pun
bawa
masuk
pun,
ke
kita
laut.
Tak masuk pun laut. And I'm like,
So they didn't get the whole island thing.
Apparently not.
Okay. Minta maaf ya.
Did you feel there was enough water representation in that
We
film?
to really show the trip.
Yes.
No, they wanted to show a POV, you know, the bajau laut in
They
the
all
water.
going into the water.
But
yeah.
it's in the title Jom. It's just Jom.
Yes, Joe.
Not kita dekat laut sudah.
But it's also interesting.
That
to
can be
see-
the sequel.
Yes.
sequel. But I think it's interesting to see other people's takes, but maybe we didn't see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
The statistics thing ada memang susah lah for me, I think.
Yeah, but it's also a preference thing, right? Some people, they
Love
prefer
data and all
a lot of text, exactly. And some people don't like that.
I don't. I personally
Then it depends on what kind of documentary you want to watch. We saw a documentary. It's not really, I would say it's a documentary lah. That is shot, it's called The Perfect Neighbor. It's on Netflix.
oh wow.
Have you seen it?
No.
So it's about this. It's about a case where a lady in a predominantly kind of
Black
white neighborhood, black neighborhood.
She's white.
She's white. She shoots her neighbor,
Oh shit.
And then the neighbor dies.
and her neighbor dies. She shoots her neighbor because that's the anchor like story. This white lady shot her neighbor, and then the entire documentary is about the events that led up to it, but it's only being told through body cam footage.
Oh,
The police body cam and CCTV.
And
in
then
the
body
police
cam
station.
footage, CCTV at the police station, interview recording of the police
Interrogating.
interviewing witnesses, interrogations, all of that. Only that. No other narrative. So if you're a data heavy person,
That one.
you cannot
not
lah.
gonna like it lah.
You're gonna hate it lah.
Yeah.
Because you cannot see the woman's face clearly. There's all these people talking all the time. It's
Very
not to
raw
say
lah.
confusing, but it's very real feel lah.
You can't, you have to decide. You can only make one film. And you can't make one film that was suit for everyone. That's
Correct.
suited for everyone. So yeah. I mean, of course, the audience has a right to ask. The audience have a right to question, to criticize, and to ask. But then you just say, okay, yourself lah, personally,
Yeah.
you just have to say, this is the film I wanted to make. This is how I made it.
And
Like
don't
that
take
lah.
it personally lah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel our okay, maybe this is just KK lah. The documentaries, we're so used to maybe what we saw on RTM and whatever, right?
Malaysia hari ni.
Yeah. So our documentaries are spoon-fed documentaries. The
Everything has to be presented.
Yeah, there's already an ending. There's a reason how it happens. So when it's like a thought documentary that's open-ended, I think a lot of people don't understand.
Yeah.
They don't
Not
understand
used to
the
it.
journey. They
Yeah.
don't know what is this.
Yeah. So it's not like the TV documentaries that we watch. There's nothing wrong with those too. It's just one kind.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's one kind of documentary. And then there are other types of there's so many different types of documentaries.
Yeah.
But like you said, not used to it. You know? So it's also very important that we need to build a culture where people are used to watching different types of documentaries, which we're not there yet in Malaysia.
At all.
Yeah, not at all. So I cannot blame the audience.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not their fault. But in a way, it's kind of like our fault as a documentary filmmaker, producers or whatever, because maybe we're not producing enough, we're not, exposing enough, or not. I don't know.
It's like a what?
Yeah.
What's that? Chasing its own tail. Type
Ah,
of
yeah. Catch 22, chicken and egg thing,
Because when
right?
you create it, but there's no one watching it, nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah.
But then if you don't create it, nobody's gonna look for it and watch it.
Exactly.
That's why it's important. Like our latest project, right, in Pulau Umada, right, we really want it to be in the cinemas. It's going to be kind of like the first lah, isn't it? To be in the cinemas. It's a big fight to get it into the cinemas.
It has been.
It's not in the cinemas yet. It should be out in the cinemas.
What's the main issues with, like, in context lah? Like, why is it so hard to get the cinema?
Because they don't
There's
know that it's a film.
They don't see the marketability.
Number one, they don't see the marketability.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the definition is that it's not a film; it's a documentary. Because again, we're not used to that. Certain
Yeah.
countries, they already have a very matured documentary film scene. It's normal to see a feature documentary in the cinemas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not here. So want to try to change that lah.
Yeah. And
We
even-
know it's not going to get a lot of viewers or audience or whatever. Not
But just
takkan
give it a
pecah
space lah.
panggung, but a start lah. Yeah.
At least there was one.
Hmm.
Somebody's gotta do it. There have been other documentaries before,
Yeah.
but we are only the third
Yes.
to ever be in the cinemas.
And the first under wajib tayang.
And the first under Wajib Tayang,
Congratulations.
which was a struggle.
Which was a struggle. It was a struggle.
And it's not even, I wouldn't even say it's a win because we're only going to be screening to 10 screens and only 2 in Semenanjung,
Oh.
in KL.
Well, that was by design because when we got 10 screens, then we said, okay lah.
Yeah,
let
we
the
had to
majority of it be in
prioritize.
Sabah.
Correct.
You know?
So we had to
Yeah.
prioritize.
Yeah.
So you see, even that, it already limits the access to the film to other West Malaysians.
True.
Yeah.
Never mind. We'll make a second one.
And the strategy of putting it in Sabah is because we really have to target who is going to watch this or who is going to be interested in watching this. We're hoping lah that the Sabahans will be interested in watching this. But as we learned when we went on the tour, different Sabahans are different.
Yeah.
So you also don't know whether it's going to
Then
do well or not.
hopefully the other group of Sabahans who are not aware
Yeah.
or also gets a chance to watch it and then
Yeah.
I think it's to be open-minded enough to come and watch it.
Correct. Yeah.
The thing is, they already have some kind of a
Preconceived
idea.
notion.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this, and when they watch it, like, it's different.
Yeah.
Then
Like,
again,
they
stories
wanna-
from these places don't really travel.
Yeah.
So
And I think a lot of people are fighting themselves to acknowledge what they're seeing. Like in their head, it's still no, this is not correct.
Yes.
Even though it's already facts, like no. cannot
Which
be.
was some of the feedback that we got in West
Yeah,
Malaysia.
correct.
Like, this is not issue what? That's not issue.
Wow.
It's no issue for you.
Why is this an issue? Like,
True.
then
because
someone
you're
was
already
like,
here.
Yeah.
then someone said to us like, oh, I thought all the stateless people in Sabah are just Filipinos. So like, why are you making this documentary? Because there's no problem what? They just need to go back to the Philippines only ma.
Yeah, that's the same thought here as well.
That's exactly why we made this documentary.
So that you know what?
I mean,
A lot
I mean.
of people also ask, hey, Baja Laut, they can dive very long time, very long time,
But how come you never put your
How come you never show
documentary?
your documentary? They dive very long time,
that must be the
Oh,
whole
they can
thing.
hold their breath inside. Oh, they got gills, right? They got gills. No.
They got gills.
Yeah, it's like no. I mean, yes, a lot of them are like that, but this is not the issue here.
That's because of that famous BBC clip.
Yeah. I mean, if you go to
Yes,
Omadal,
exactly.
you talk to Bill Queen, right? Bill Queen will tell you, aku tak boleh macam tu. orang lain tempat lain mungkin boleh, aku tak boleh macam tu. Aku kena bernafas.
So it turns out those deep sea diver bajaus are mostly more towards the Indonesian side. So there is another documentary out there that features those people lah. But they're not in our documentary lah, because we are featuring Bill Queen, TikTok influencer with 40,000 followers,
Issues are different,
who unfortunately cannot swim.
No, he can swim lah. He doesn't.
Not like that.
Yeah, not like that. And then there are other people who ask, bukan orang bajau laut yang naik kuda tu?
Oh my god.
I said,
Orang
"Itu
bajau, orang
lain, itu
bajau."
bajau lain. Kau tahu Sabah tu besar, kau tahu tak besarnya Sabah lagi besar daripada Semenanjung Malaysia. So kau jangan ingat semua sama.
Oh my god.
So, and then we understand some people, it's one of two things. You watch this film, you will either, like if you didn't know anything about it, you will either feel it, you really feel it, you see it, and you get it. You get that this is a problem. These are issues, you know. Being undocumented is an issue. There are limitations to the things that you can even dream about.
Yeah.
Because you cannot dream.
You're limited to where.
Correct. Like, how do you have hope for a future when this is your circumstance?
Like what
It doesn't
she's-
exist.
Like what she said, she wants to be in healthcare, but
Yeah.
because of where she is now, she just gave up. on it.
Tiada harapan sudah.
Ada harapan sudah.
Yeah.
Her answer.
Correct.
You know? Yeah.
So,
That's real.
you will get that, you will feel that, and you will understand why we made this film. Or, you don't understand the point of this at all. Why is this a problem? This is not a problem.
Do you think
It's not
because
a
it's too
problem.
extreme for them to understand, or is it like, why is it a problem? Why can't it be solved? It sounds like a
I-
simple problem that should be solved.
It could be either both. It could be
Yeah.
both. You know, some people can think. I mean, initially, even until today, I'm thinking, hey, this problem can really be solved. Actually, if you got the will, very easy to solve. But it's not.
I'm happy that people like Bill Quinn have access to internet
Yeah.
and they can tell their stories.
Yeah.
We have a story yang I don't know if this kena mengena, but it feels like it's ngam. So we went to a fast food chain in
Wait, what is this?
during the shoot
Oh, okay.
of the documentary, and we had to stop for makan lah. So we went to this outlet to makan.
Yang serve ayam tu ke? Yeah, I remember. Okay, yeah.
So she ordered fries. Oh, tapi kena tunggu.
Yeah.
Tunggu lama. Like, oh bila? Tuesday.
Kena tunggu next Tuesday.
It's not like 15 minutes.
Sebab kentang tak sampai lagi.
So even food is like so hard to get.
Yes. To wait for fries, you have to wait. Tunggu Selasa.
What's the other chicken thing with? Was it Kundas Ranau punya fast food chicken thingy that doesn't have coleslaw?
And they had like cabbage everywhere.
But they don't have coleslaw at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's the same chain lah.
No, and then no chili sauce also.
Oh, yeah.
So he had to go and buy from the Kedai Richard.
So even food is a problem. Like apa lagi information? BFM approached us during the insurgents about they wanted to interview some people lah. So us being I guess people know us in KL, so they approached us mau interview. We had no idea what was happening, and the interview was that about how we don't know things. Like, okay, people in KK they don't know anything, so it's okay. It's not that dangerous, but there's a curfew. We cannot go out after 6 a.m. So
Sunset lah, once after
Yeah.
sunset.
Even in KK, yeah?
so we cannot go out. So we had no idea what was happening at the fish market. Wah, dia cakap sudah bendera Philippines sudah kena kasih naik atas like. But yeah, we had nothing. We had no information. So like, okay, there's something going on in town. So it was holiday lah for us. But tidak.
Meanwhile, other people's houses were getting shot at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a thankless. It's thankless in one side, but also rewarding on the other side. Making documentaries in Malaysia, especially, people down to my own parents also still don't know what I do. And this is like my father, who was formerly a director at RTM, doesn't understand what I do for work.
So between like mainstream filmmaking, documentary, RTM, is there a gap like with what you guys are doing?
I don't see a gap.
I don't
You see a
think
gap?
there's a gap. I just think that it's still not as important as like a big feature film.
Consumption wise.
I think
Yeah.
what they don't understand is that, especially of that generation lah, kan, they're used, like what you were saying, we're used to watching these RTM documentaries and all that.
A lot of
So what they
text.
can't catch and understand and grasp is the fact that, habis kau buat filem ni nanti keluar kat mana? You know, because we're not selling it to TV or anything like that. Then macam mana kau hidup?
True.
Yeah. But like my parents, in the beginning when I first started doing it, they also didn't understand. But they see what we do, so they know lah, you know, so they can understand. But I think that is it lah. But are we averse to showing it in our documentaries in TV? No.
No.
We get it shown on TV too. So again, back to the fact that maybe society here is just not used to it lah. It's not used to it.
Yeah.
They're used to a certain type of documentary.
And then they also skip the entire. There's no culture of making documentaries here,
Yeah.
but there is a culture of vlogging
Short
and
films.
content creation, which they don't see that all these like vlogs, all these
documentaries.
mini pieces are also actually
documentaries,
documentaries. But they don't see it as documentaries. They just see it as YouTube content.
Yeah.
You know. So, but there's no culture lah. There's no culture of creating documentaries here.
When I show, because I also teach, right, at university and all that, when I show them some of my old films that I made 2001, 2002 and all that, they watch it and they're like, hey, come on sir, this looks like a YouTube video lah. I was doing it before YouTube was invented lah. Kimak betul.
I'm transcending.
Because I used to shoot myself, right, and I would shoot myself like that. They would say, you vlogging lah sir, you vlogging lah. Bro, when I did that, there was no vlogging term also. That sometimes annoy me, but it doesn't annoy me now. Like, it amuses me lah. It amuses
That
me.
camera I used to vlog
Berat.
Macam ini punya kamera. Oh, siku ni terbata.
We had no gimbals.
Apa itu gimbal masa tu? Tak ada.
What? Insta360? Kau kena pusing sendiri, kau tahu tak?
There was
gimbal or tripod with wheels on it.
No.
there was an event I saw. I mean, you guys were there. You gave a talk.
I gave a talk.
Yeah, in this event in a very old market in KL. And a lot of students yang I would say atas lah. And then you said to them, yes, you have the gears, yes, you have the money to make this film, but you need to go live life first.
Oh yes. I always say that. I always
So
say
that was like, yes, Zan is talking.
And then it's like, we're gonna put this on a t-shirt.
Can you story skit?
Okay, I don't remember that talk, but I do say that a lot.
I
to
was
people.
I with you and the kids?
Yeah. We were
Where
sitting
was
in the
this?
audience.
Where was this?
In the market, the oldest market in KL.
Tak ingat. Because I'm also quite old and then
Okay, cut this part.
He talks too much.
Yeah.
It was at Pasar Seni lah. The seashots.
Seashots, yes.
you gave it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Syed.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back.
And welcome back.
Yes. I don't think that applies to only filmmaking. I think that applies to any form of art.
Yes.
Kau nak melukis macam tu, kau nak ambil gambar macam tu, kau nak menulis memang macam tu. You need to live life so that you have substance, so that you can express things, so you can tell stories, right? whether it's non-fiction or fiction or whatever, you need to have a base of where you're getting it. If you don't have that base, whatever you're putting out is going to be kosong. You know? So you need to live life. You need to experience things. It doesn't matter what you experience. Alright? Doesn't matter what you experience, but that experience must help you mature in some way, so that you can draw from that to tell stories.
And you have to be open to experiencing things.
Yes.
Is another thing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, especially in urban settings, right, they think they have an idea of what everything is already, especially in Malaysia. So like in West Malaysia, if you live in PJ, KL, Klang Valley, right, you try to talk to someone about Kelantan, for example, which is just in the East Coast, not even like past go Sabah or Sarawak yet, okay? They will automatically say, oh, Kelantan is a extremist, it's an
Sharia law,
extremist
hudud.
land, it's full of extremists, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't know. There are people that will ask me because they've seen that I go to Kelantan often. Now there's a film festival in Kelantan. You should all go to the Kota Baru, Pesta Film Kota Baru. It's a great film
It's
festival.
very nice. Yeah.
It's like now my favorite film festival. So when they see that I always go to Kota Baru, they'll be like, what's there in Kota Baru? Why are you always going to Kota Baru? Isn't it just very hot? Are you allowed to wear shorts?
You can wear shorts
You can wear
and go
shorts
Kota
or go
Baru.
Kota Baru. Kota
The answer
Baru,
is
babi
can.
all these kind of things. So when they go, if they finally eventually go to Kota Baru, one of two things also will happen. They will either be open enough to realize that their perceptions are wrong and be open to experiencing Kota Baru for what it is, or they will be so anxious and so nervous that everything will prove them right. Oh, see, the Malay people don't want to talk to me in Kota Baru.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
People are looking at me weird because I'm wearing shorts. Or whatever lah.
But actually kau
But
perasan
actually
je.
kau perasan je.
Yeah.
So there is a majority of those kind of people, I feel, in the world right now, that they are already set in their own perceptions, and their algorithm that supposedly shows them the world feeds them also that perception. So they don't see beyond. They don't see beyond the content that they curate on their feeds and their algorithms to reinforce their own beliefs.
Yeah.
So this is why like boomer parents are becoming more extremist, because in their class of 61 whatever WhatsApp groups, it's all this like extremist content. Or you kena sembayang sebelum kau disembayangkan. Or you what was the one that my father told us that we thought was so ridiculous? You cannot pee sitting down,
Standing up.
Yeah, because it's don't know what, something salah. And like all these kind of things. And it's just constantly being reinforced by the environment that you have created.
Yeah.
So, like, when we went to Omadal also, it was so out of our comfort zone. Both you and I. Even though I really like the sea. But in Pulau Omadal, there's shit everywhere in the sea.
Because their houses.
Because their
Kau
houses
berak terus
are
masuk
on the
air.
sea.
Yeah.
So never mind lah, you go snorkel at the police jetty with the shirtless abang police where there is no berak.
Next to
Life
the
hack.
1 MDB water tank.
Yes, that has never been used. Yeah, but we were both, including you, despite the panic attack, open enough to experiencing it. Kita jalan on the jetty that we really thought was going to hancur at any time. When the kids were shouting at us, it's fine. We shouted back, but we told them no need to shout.
We can hear you.
Cakap baik-baik. Pelan-pelan sikit. We layan lah. So you need to, people don't layan enough, I think, in life. So you need to just layan a little bit. Experience things as they come and be more of an observer rather than a participant. Everyone has main character energy now. They want to be the main character all the time.
Like-
So everything has to be me.
Like these young people, when they make films, right? Like say they have all the gadgets, all the technical know-how and all that. Then they make like action films or whatever, kan? Tembak-tembak, gaduh-gaduh. Okay, it looks cool. But you watch a filmmaker like say Quentin Tarantino or siapa-siapa lah, Razai Shah Rashid or whatever, Malaysian one, right? When they do all these fighting scenes and all that, there is a reason why he's doing that fighting scene. There is something he wants to tell you through the choreography, to the scene of why they are fighting and what they're doing in the fight, right? Bukannya saja nak nampak cool. But these people without experience, they will put something in kosong-kosong aja. But so you need to have that experience.
Agree.
I can even give you the example of sugar dalam botol lah. If Abby Cornelius didn't have this experience of Sabahan, right? He doesn't have the experience of all these issues. Boleh ke dia buat filem macam tu? Tak boleh, because he doesn't have a base to pull it from. Even if it is fiction. So you must have it all. Be open, like what she said. Experience all of this. You can have judgments, right? But then you process that judgment into your film, or into your story, into your artwork, into your photographs, into your whatever, Then barulah ada substance. Tak boleh kosong je.
Betul.
I learned that the hard way. I had the GoPro
3.
Hero 4.
Oh.
Hero 4. So I was going around shooting, documenting about the rural areas out of Keniau, where this school was abandoned by teachers because of the earthquake in Ranau. Anyway, there was a crisis time tu dia cakap, and I was documenting lah, and I pitched it to KKIFF and won the
Grant.
the pitch kan.
Because he cried at the pitch.
Yeah, cried at the pitch.
He was sincerely crying. People around him were crying as well. You were like, yeah, fine.
I did
Kau baca live for tissue dah.
I remembered I tried to do a Shah Rukh Khan thing, like you try not to cry but you cry, but you still tahan the cry, but it
Sir.
is
Your tears are welling
looking
up.
spastic kan?
No.
You end up looking, kena sawan ke budak ni?
We're cutting that out.
Macam Shah Rukh Khan dalam Kami Kushi Kami Gam tu. Okay, continue.
So I won the pitch, and I went into this crazy gadget hunting to make better films. Like, oh, we need this camera, this tripod, this, and then he stopped me like, you need to stop doing this. Then I realized once I got like better cameras lah, apa semua kan, the ideas were not coming in. It wasn't as good as the first idea.
This is the situation where the gear takes away the story from you. So it limits you to tell the story because of the gear.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was just like Hero 4 going around.
They're perfect here. Just shoot.
Ambil gambar babi, ayam, orang.
Oh, berani.
Berani.
Ambil gambar babi. Babies that have known to attack people, he's okay. The cows though,
Because he knows he can tackle the babi.
Aku makan
this
kau.
is a source of food.
Kau nak kena panggang ke?
I'm having pork tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes the simpler it is, the easier the flow of the story and the ideas lah. Yeah.
Because his stories and ideas are nice. It's very personal lah. But I think it's the making it look good that got in the way. Yeah.
That's why we have Azim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Betul.
That's true.
Because even when he started Sip Sip pun, it was very random. Like one GoPro, that's it. We even did our own 3 people sit down. We had a kedai makan there, the Lazy Susan. So the GoPro was there. Whoever's talking, pusing.
Turn. Yeah.
We had an interview session where dogs were running around.
Oh yeah, because we duduk tepi jalan. Then I was previously renting. Then tiba-tiba dog bergaduh di belakang.
That's one of the things you always like to tell people about your iPhone 4 documentary.
Yeah. Yes. I went to Myanmar to shoot a documentary with an iPhone 4.
Holy shit.
iPhone 4, not 4G.
So you did 28 days later kind of thing.
28 days later pun guna Canon. But yeah, because you go in there, right, it's so controlled, that country. They didn't allow media and what to go in, right? So you go in, you got to be stealth lah. So I brought iPhone 4 lah. It was enough to make a 45-minute documentary for TV.
Oh damn, masa TV.
Masa TV.
Boys.
But I was working at the TV station at that time. So memang I was really going to make it, right? But yeah, it's not the gear. It's your story lah.
Getting the story out.
But it doesn't mean that gear don't help.
Yeah.
Gear will definitely help. right? But you guys just got to know the reason why you want to use what is it that you want to use for what. Yeah. I mean, when I first started making films also, I always wanted to get the best camera means I can tell the better story.
Yeah.
And I would save up money. My first camera was 15,000 ringgit, you know, because I wanted to have the best. Then only I felt like, I can do it lah now. But actually, no lah, it's not important. Now I find what is suited for the project. If it's a GoPro, it's a GoPro. If it's a phone, it's a phone. If it's a DSLR, it's a DSLR. If it's a whatever bigger camera, but it has to suit the project.
I think my fight, not my fight lah. My thing with the film lab or workshops we do is to try and minimize the gears first. Like slow them down. I know you have all these gears, but what do you really need? Can you survive with just this and this? Why do you need this angle? Why do you need that lenses? Why everything? You know. But it feels like the generation now is so media savvy, or like what they see on media. So it's we need the equipment first.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's why one of the things that we try to teach in the workshops that we do is that we always try to make them shoot on their phone. Like one of the exercises they do in the workshop is
Use your
you go and shoot a 1 minute thing on your phone. And then like your phones are all like iPhones, whatever. You want to tell me you cannot shoot a 1 minute video, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
their iPhones now can shoot better than
Yeah,
my 15,000
4K,
camera
60
25 years ago.
FPS, whatever.
amazing.
Tolong ah. Now it has what? Motion setting, action setting.
Man, the stabilizer is so cool.
Ah.
Who needs a gimbal?
So please lah. But they will still say like, oh, cannot, because what? The sound not good. Whatever. Then go closer lah.
The LUT setting on the camera.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
But it's okay, you know why? Because these kind of things will filter out the serious ones and the not serious ones.
Oh.
The serious ones will, okay lah, we'll do it.
They'll
fine.
figure it out,
The ones that tak, okay lah, let them.
It's an expensive filter system.
It's
I
okay
mean,
lah,
look
their
at
money.
Bill Quinn. Bill Quinn is not even doing his TikTok on an iPhone. He's doing it on like some grainy Android, right? Like a mid to low range Android phone.
Yeah.
And he's got 40,000 followers. So what's your excuse?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know?
Correct. Yeah.
But yeah.
Sheril, I want to ask you something. Like,
Yes, I am the handsomest guy she's ever met. Yes,
if
I
this
am the
guy is
perfect
not
husband
here.
ever. Yes, that's the answer.
is there anything
Oh no, I
that-
did the face.
if there is no Zan, like what kind of films you want to make?
Even with Zan, I think I'm already making the films that I want to make. I like to tell stories from not a marginalized perspective exactly, but more from everyday on the ground type of perspective. So we do a lot. We've been doing a lot of documentaries on migrants. So we did a whole series on Nepali migrant workers in KL. One was on how they spend their day off during Hari Raya. Another one was about the different kinds of jobs that Nepali men come to Malaysia to do. And the final documentary was about Nepali women in KL. So, and then we also did one on the Filipino domestic workers as well. I try to tell stories that have a female perspective, mostly because I think there are enough male voices out there. And the kind of female voices that are out there tend to kind of all be the same, more or less. You know? So the stories that we both try to tell are the kind of stories that you won't hear every day, or that you see but you just kind of bypass. You know, you go down to Kota Raya on a Sunday or go down to the Central Market area, it'll be full of Filipinos. Does anyone really care? No, because they're like, oh yeah, because Filipinos on Sunday they get their day off ma. But what's happening in Kota Raya? Do you know? Do you know what the Filipinos are doing in Kota Raya? You don't know. So those are the kind of stories that we try to tell. You know, the stories that you see on the sidelines but you don't really hear. Yeah, and it's I don't know. I would say it's been going well. Yeah, I would love to tell more Malaysian female stories of different perspectives, but there is no market for that. We've pitched a few stories before. We tried to
Really?
pitch a story about different kinds of workplace sexism. So we wanted to interview women of different occupations, from white collar to blue collar, and talk about the kind of workplace sexism that they face in their line of work, to show that there is sexism everywhere. But it never got picked up.
I think it's not. I think it's not that there's no market. I think we haven't perfected the way we
Yeah.
pitch it,
Yeah.
or find the
So,
right people.
yeah.
I think can man.
Yeah.
We just have to be a bit more
So
persistent.
the way
Yeah.
that we have to brand it is also
Yeah.
different lah. Because it's either you want to go like really super aggressive, this is a feminist film, blah blah blah, or you're not gonna get the funding. So it's hard. Yeah.
It's nice that you guys are like, oh, it's not their fault. There's something we need to improve.
We control what
He's
we can
like that
control
lah.
lah. Don't try to control what we cannot control.
Yeah.
If you
We
want to try
have to
control what
adapt
you
lah.
cannot control, mati kau tak buat apa-apa nanti. You know what I mean?
It's all about the pivot, again. We have to pivot.
But if I can add, ever since working with Sheril also, even if we make films that are not migrant-centric or not gender specific or anything like that, right? I think what it has taught me is that you be more empathetic. You know, working with Sheril has taught me that. Be more empathetic with the topic, be more empathetic and sympathetic with the subjects. It's not that I wasn't trying to be like that before, I was. But I think now I see clearer. You know? You be more understanding actually. So I think that's the influence as far as I am concerned lah. You know? But yeah. So that means I got brownie points. Tonight maybe I'll get lucky if you know what I mean.
Oh no, I just did the face again.
What is it? Dessert after supper?
It's not something I saw myself doing, like working with my partner or even having a partner. So when we started working together 8 years ago now, it was because we had just gotten married. I had just quit what I was doing before, and then I wanted to adjust to.
Can I ask what
Like,
you doing before?
I founded this like startup that didn't really start up, that was doing basically what KL Foodie is doing now. So it was like a food directory
portal,
thing,
yeah.
but then tak jadi. So I left that. We got married, and then Zan had already had 2 kids. So I said, oh, I'm moving into this house with like 3 other people. I'm an only child. I've always lived alone. So I was like, maybe I need time to adjust.
It was a long time.
It was, with 4 months, and I was like, I need to go back to work. There's no space. Everyone is always here in this house. There are people all the time. And then I said, okay, I think I want to like go find another gig lah, find another job. And then he said, look, actually, I've been doing Fat Bidin on my own. Why don't you come and do Fat Bidin with me? And then this can be your gig, and then you can set your own hours. And then we can do work together lah. So at the time, he already had a project that was like kind of abandoned, but needed to be completed. So I picked that up, and then that was the first like project we worked on together. And then it turns out, right, we work really well together. Like even better
than
than we are married. Yeah, like we fight so much. Like we were like, there's so much synergy. Oh my god, and it was just, it's so nice actually.
Yeah.
And then so that was how we started working together.
Okay. I follow your film reviews, film club, and every episode, I'm like, okay, which minute, which second is Zan going to piss Sheril off? Macam sini, habis lah. Like,
I should break up the videos, right? Put the markers.
No, counter, put a counter.
Yeah.
A face counter.
like, do you plan this, or is that a thing that?
No, it just happens. We're so natural.
when we first started doing the reviews, obviously we were young and in love, and it was exciting, and we were bouncing off ideas and whatever. And then over time, I realized he's always talking over me. And when I finish my sentence, also the fucker is already like in the middle of it. Like why? And then I'll be like, and then I'll be saying something. And recently, the latest review, the one that just came out yesterday, he just did it again.
Let her finish this. Then I won't talk over now, but let her finish this sentence. Let her finish this.
Yeah, and then we argued about it. And then he said, but you also always want to get angry when people have a different opinion from you.
Yes.
So actually, we're bad co-hosts lah. So we've discovered, but we're still doing it.
So
I don't
okay,
know.
so okay, done.
No, I was not done.
Good job. So she always says I negate her points whenever we review films, but she negates me all the time. Dah keluar tak ada urat? Dah keluar. She negates me all the time. Every time I say something, she say, "Oh, but I think it's something else." When I do that, "Oh, it's okay, invalidate me." And then she makes the face. And then she makes the face. Okay, that's all.
This is not couples therapy, okay? This is a talk show. Please calm yourself.
Well, it could be the sofa set.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes,
So no, the answer is no. It's not planned. It's just our dynamic now.
Yeah. But it's okay, don't worry. We're not going to get divorced or anything.
Well, it's very expensive and very hard to get divorced. And then we have to like go and date again. And I hear that the dating pool now is garbage.
Yeah, man,
so
I
I'm
don't know
not
how to
doing
use all
that.
this Bumble lah, what lah, I don't know.
Living proof.
I
It's real.
mean, just stick with what you know, I suppose.
I don't know. I mean, me, I guess I'm judging. I think it's a very healthy thing
It's fine.
that you guys can like do that.
Yeah.
I think that's
Whatever
what
that is.
makes the work.
Maybe. We don't know, but okay. But yeah, maybe. It's true.
This last Jom Kita ke Laut was a little bit of a struggle for me. I don't think it was so much for him, but it was a struggle for me. It's been a while since we've done a feature documentary where one of us is director, because we've been executive producing, right? Like all the ones that we did for you, and then the migrant ones and I was memang the lead, because they were not my projects, but they were things that I was working on. So he was happy to go with whatever direction I wanted. Jom Kita ke Laut was his idea from the beginning, because he said we should go and teach them how to make these films, and then we should make a film with them. And I negated the idea from the beginning, because I said, from a producer's perspective, I felt it was too much risk. I said, ni Malaysia bro, kau tahu tak, ni Malaysia. We're gonna get arrested. And I was scared lah. I was really scared, because and then I said, we are from Semenanjung, you want to go all the way and make this film about Sabah and Zirara. And it's like, there's so much interpolitics that we don't understand. And
But I said,
he was the
aku
one.
boleh cakap Sabah. Aku nanti cakap ba.
And then he was the one who said, it's going to be okay. This is not how we're going to make the film. Right? But I couldn't see it at first. I really couldn't. But we sent in the pitch anyway. And then, okay, we got it. And then we started doing the workshops. And then during the workshops, I could see it. I could see how this could work. But only during the workshops. So when we went for the shoot, then I was already invested. But then the problem was, I was not the director. He was the director with the 3 junior directors, right? And Zan's style of directing is very relaxed, in that he'll be like, okay, this morning I guess we'll just take these B-rolls. Pergilah, nanti I jumpa kau orang. But actually he's busy lah, he's doing a lecture lah, whatever lah. And then I'll be like, oh, but don't you think that we need to do this. Then he'll be like, no need. And then in my head I'll be like anxious and losing my mind, because I'm like, but what if we don't have it? What if we don't have the shot? We don't have 10 days here. We need to like maximize the 10 days. We are like wasting time. And he'll be like, no need. If you want, you go and shoot lah. So I will go with the cameraman and go and shoot the gum on the floor, the whatever, tengah panas. And he'll be like, but this is not important to me. And I'm like, but it's important. These are important shots. And he's like, no, but they're actually not that important. The important things are this, right? And so there was a real struggle because we are two very different directors. I like to put in a lot of kind of like everyday B-rolls to illustrate whatever is being said. He already knows this is what he wants. This is the kind of I guess story direction. He knew who the 3 junior directors already were. He knew what their stories were, and he knew what from those stories he wanted. So I had to really like constantly remember that I was not the director. And then it really caused, and when you think, right, going to Pulau Omadal to shoot is like a vacation, is it?
It is.
It's,
I love it.
the island is small. You are stuck on this island for 10 days with each other in a small room that has no toilet bowl and no hot water and no shower. Okay? And
Mandi air hujan.
and you're showering in rainwater. And in the afternoon, it's so hot. Okay, you think coconut trees provide shade? Surprise, they don't. Okay, it's hot, guys. It's super, super hot. And like, you're there, you're on the island, it's day 7, you're struggling. This man is not struggling. It's a lot. And then so one day we like had a fight, and it was like a really stupid fight.
It was about pasir masuk bilik.
It was about sand.
You walk on the beach and
We
pasir
watched-
masuk bilik.
No, it was about wrong. It was about the sand being washed off, not completely.
Oh,
So
yes.
I
Yes.
already dusted off my feet and I went in to wash off the sand. He claims that I only wash off the front part of the sand.
What she can
but
see.
at the back, we still got sand.
She cannot see.
Then
Hence, it doesn't exist.
that I say that I already washed all of it off. I was already irritated.
Because
Okay,
then she lies down on the bed.
I did not lie down on the
Or
bed.
walk towards inside and then there'll be sand everywhere.
It's an island. There is sand everywhere.
Yeah, but you don't want it in the room.
So I came out of the toilet and he said, like that, you wash. And I just like lost it. And I said, why didn't you come and wash it for me, you fucker? You think you're so smart, is it?
Yes, I do
And I
think I'm
just, like,
smart.
just like lost it. And I was like, are you sitting here? Sit here in this room, there is no sand. You want to wash sand so much? I wash with whatever water there's left. You wash all the sand out of this room. And then I walked out, back onto the sand. And then I just pusing in the hot coconut tree, non-shade. And my cameraman was shooting B-rolls and I just follow him around, shooting B-rolls of plastic with gum. And then he was like, macam mana nak shoot? And I was like, oh, maybe you rotate, whatever. Half an hour. And then balik into the room. And then we never spoke about it again.
But we did speak about it because that night at dinner, we were talking to our technical producer, Azim. Hey, tadi we were asking about loading footage and all that, right? Then he said what? Yes, aku dah load dah footage tu. Masa tu kau dengan Sheril tengah gaduh pasal pasir. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Oh, he timestamped it. Oh,
But we never spoke about it again.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
said about
we-
stupid things.
Me and Chris are laughing at the situation here. Disclaimer: we are not on any sides, female or male.
Yeah, no strong feelings about sand. Or no sand.
As long as it's not a cow, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
But
So it clearly hit a point. And then after that point, and then we were also talking about during one of these days, I said, hey, if I'm gonna show all the B-rolls, right, then I want co-director credit. And he straight away said, for what?
For what?
And then again, 10 days, it's hot, it's a tough situation, no toilet bowl, shower rainwater, all of this, the sunburn, my skin already peeling, whatever.
fake coconut shade.
No coconut shade. And then I was like, what? Then he was like, what do you mean for what? I'm doing like all the work. He's like, no, you're not. And then it it was like, it wasn't even a...
You're doing the
it wasn't-
producer's work
It
lah.
wasn't really a fight. It was just a stupid... I don't even know what it was. Now that I think about it, it was really dumb. And then it just went, it pivoted into like, yeah, you know how to recognize the work that I do. Yeah, I'm doing all the work. It's like this lah. This is what happens to women everywhere. Keluar balik, go pusing again the coconut tree. But this time, I got WhatsApp. He said, I'm sorry. Of course, you can have co-director if you want. It goes without saying. Maybe it didn't come out right. I was like, okay. But in the end, I said I don't want it because really I didn't do any of the work. So it's, people think that, you know, oh, it's such a power couple thing, husband and wife working together. That's so great. It's not always great. Sometimes you fight about sand
The island life is
on
not
the
for you.
island.
But I take it all in stride. People always ask me, what are the challenges? No challenges. I mean, these things happen, but
So she take the challenges.
yeah.
He's always
how
like,
you
it's
see
so
it.
fun to work with my wife.
Because
I love it. I
yeah.
love it every day.
Yeah.
It makes me love my job so much more. And then
Yeah.
I'm just there making the face.
Because it is fun. Overall, you look at it, in the bigger picture, okay.
Brownie points back to 0.
I know, right? Tonight
zero.
at Gaya Center
Back to
Hotel, you know what's going down. In room 1312, you know.
As long as I wash my feet first.
As
lah.
long as you wash your feet first before coming in.
But I do think though that's what makes the teamwork works.
Probably lah.
Yeah. Because like me and Egan pun, we work quite well together is because we can argue. We can disagree, we can meletup, blah, then go mama, teh tarik, okay, settle. But if not, I think that's where it ends up being bigger than what it is.
Yeah.
If you can't put it out and the other person chill, relax.
You need to have that solid base
Yeah,
between
yeah,
the two
yeah.
of you lah. Kan?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have that solid base.
And this is why I feel like I can layan your film reviews other than the other film reviewers, because most of them are just single person, seorang in a room doing their thing, and you cannot really have like a live feedback or have a gado.
Okay.
And when I listen to you guys, like there's something there, bah.
Yay.
Yeah.
He's watching a soap opera. Lah.
That's nice. Oh no, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I feel, I appreciate that.
It
Thank you
feels
so
real,
much.
like it's not from a script.
Ah.
Maybe it was from a separate
AI,
script, but
ChatGPT generated script.
tiba-tiba like something.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that because our film reviews are not that popular.
Yeah. And I understand why. It's
Yeah.
because we don't dissect the film, you know, we're not looking at it intellectually, we're not looking at the camera work, la.
I try to be intellectual. No lah, no. Yeah.
It is. I feel like it's very clever.
We're really just telling you how we feel about the film.
But
Which I think is
So
what's the
freedom of speech, you know.
But I think it's because it's in English.
Oh yeah.
People like
also that.
Malay reviews. It's more
Yeah.
accessible.
It's
I
more
think.
popular.
What I like, it doesn't have jargons. Like,
Oh.
if you compare this to Tarantino, or if you can compare this to blah blah blah, then it Egan, you don't understand this. Maybe you should learn some more, then you can understand them.
Kau bukan orang seni.
That's why you don't understand. But you speak
Yeah, I understand that.
to everyone. I feel like orang yang tidak tengok film pun after watching that
Boleh faham lah.
boleh faham.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least lah got one person watching.
Got one
it.
person
Okay lah,
lah.
now
Yeah.
guess I'll do it more
So,
seriously.
Chris not watching that.
No.
Entah.
Chris tidak.
Nyesal aku belanja dia fish noodle tadi.
See, Chris, you should watch our reviews.
Like the
They're
ironic part is
fun.
I'm producing podcasts, right? And he watches so much more than that. Have you seen this? No. Have you seen that? No. Seen this? No.
Good also lah.
Tak,
Then
but I'm
nanti
serious
you
lah,
edit
pay back
like
the fish.
After you supper. We settle your supper so you get it.
how are we with time?
I think almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, for me, kan, it's like if I'm doing the work, I don't want to over-educate myself on the work. So I don't want to be too affected by all these other things. It's like sengaja lah. Like I want to be a bit bodoh-bodoh to do work.
Betul. Because sometimes you over intellectualize things and then it becomes
It's not fun.
yeah.
You see all the holes, you see all the crap.
Yeah, and then if you don't feel fun, the content won't be good for people also lah. Yeah.
I just feel like the reviews should be honest lah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that all these analytical reviews are bad or lesser, because they are important also, and it's good that there are people out there doing that. But I don't think it's for us. It's really not. It's
Variety lah.
we just wanna tell you what we think of the film, and kau suka ke tak suka ke, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, not that it doesn't matter to us. It's
we-
just that it's an opinion, right? So
Yeah.
again, if you put a film out there,
We don't get paid for our
Yeah.
reviews. We don't have any sponsors for our reviews.
we
just
barely
doing
have
it-
any views
we,
for our
we don't even have viewers for our reviews.
Except for Edwin,
But we
who's
do
just
it.
waiting for me to make the face. A review.
If you guys are approached by some conglomerate, do you think that type of review would turn to another thing? Like
Maybe. Because I mean, it's not that we haven't been paid. We have been sponsored before. But we clearly say that we're sponsored. And then we review films that they want us to review. And of course, there is a bit of an agenda there, you know. It is different, right?
It's
do you feel like terpaksa say good things about?
no, I think
No.
it's just entahlah. I feel like it's the same actually.
I mean, we try to do it the same. You know, we try to do it the same.
It's just more of like, oh, maybe if we were not sponsored, we would not have seen that film.
Maybe in that sense.
Something like that. Because we only watch Malaysian films, right? Yeah, and that's also a thing. It's like kind of a niche for whatever reason. A lot of reviewers review all films.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we only do Malaysian films. And even then, we don't get invited to premieres, okay? Because
Sometimes
nobody
we do.
watches our videos.
Sometimes we do, but not anymore. Because I think it's also because we don't do only that. A lot of these film reviewers, that's all they do. So they want to
They're really out there.
maximize the content.
Yeah.
They really push.
And
out.
then like you see, someone once commented about our production quality. They're like, oh, you know, like your kids are talking in the background. At the time, Achilles was still small, so they're like, oh, there's like a baby coming in halfway. It's disruptive. Your setup is too plain. You know, it's just the two of you like standing in front of the camera.
So much expectations from others.
Not enough sound. So like this could be. They said something like this could be so much more than what it is. Okay, but that's not what we want. We don't want some like polished whatever.
And to tell you the truth, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
We do what we can do. If it becomes too complicated, it'll be a little bit out of our time and effort and all that. We might not even do it at all.
Agree?
Yeah, because
know?
like
Yeah.
we're not getting paid to do this. We are parents and we have multiple jobs. Both of us, separately and together, have multiple jobs. We're running multiple projects together. Even to make the time to go and watch one film a week.
It's tough.
And to record the review, and then for him to edit the review, and then edit the teaser for the review is so much work on us. And then you want us to do camera setup, make sure the set is silent, right? When? You find out the time for me. Fine.
So I am okay to do it as simple as I can, as long as I can do it. If I have more time, yeah, of course I want to make it a little bit better. But at the moment, cannot. If I do have, I will. If I cannot, I won't.
I would
But as long as the content comes out.
Yeah, I'd rather you guys do it rather than not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people also say like, oh, there have been comments about like how I look, tak pakai makeup, or whatever. But it's like, this is not what this show is. This is not we're not doing this as like a TV talk show, or you know, it's not like a sponsored thing. It's what it is lah.
Yeah.
So
When you guys are shooting this film reviews, who do you imagine are your audience?
The camera. Canon.
Just the
90.
camera.
I don't know. I don't really give much thought.
I'm always surprised when
Yeah.
people say, "Oh my god, I watch your reviews," and I'm like, "Oh, you." And then I'll imagine this person listening to the things that I've said on the review, and then I'm like, "Oh, maybe I should say smarter things on this review." But then I won't lah. I don't in the end.
Do your neighbors watch your reviews?
No,
Our neighbors.
our neighbors can hear the review from.
Because there was one episode that you waved to your neighbors, like something was happening and you were like,
Oh, we
Yes,
were in
yes,
a
yes.
garden. Yeah.
Our neighbors know what we do.
Mm.
Yeah, they are aware of it. But I don't know if they really watch it.
I
lah.
don't think so lah.
Every
They came
once
to
in a
our
while,
film
maybe.
premiere though, so that was nice.
Yeah, they know what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're friendly with our neighbours. Our neighbours we're quite close to our neighbours. But I don't think they actively watch our stuff lah.
I, until today, feel it's very awkward when I meet people and they say, "Can we take pictures together?" Because I watch your podcast. Like, why? Why do you even watch this thing?
For the same reason you watch their film review.
Yeah, because I know it's a bodo question lah, but I don't see myself watching me.
You don't have to.
See, he's not Bill Quinn. Bill Quinn was like ready to receive his fans.
Like my podcast, I slowed down so much because I'm still not comfortable in front of the camera.
I am very uncomfortable in front of the camera.
What about
I
me?
really don't like it.
I am very uncomfortable in front of the camera.
I really, really don't like it.
But Zan feels like he's made for camera.
Yeah.
I love it. No, really, seriously, I love it. Sekali kau nak cakap apa, aku suka. and getting recognized. Sure, no.
I felt I had my time lah, so like I'm happier behind the scenes at the moment.
Yeah.
But
Different people, different. Yeah. And I will embrace. I'm not ashamed to say that I like being in front of the camera. I like speaking in public.
Have you seen him with a mic?
Yes.
yes, at the
You
workshop.
come out news lah, apa semua tu.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
pretty comfortable.
One
with all
question
that.
I wanted to ask. You've interviewed like big people and small.
Yes.
And do you see there's a difference like Mahathir or Kak Rozia?
Ooh.
Do you feel something?
It depends because I don't see a difference between Kak Rozia and Mahathir or Anwar Ibrahim and Kak Rozia or anything like that because these are people who have a cause, they know what they do, and when they speak with confidence in what they do, and they have a message that they want to get across. Kak Rozia has that, so I don't see a difference. Right?
Nice.
Yeah, so no difference. There is a difference between people who are used to being interviewed and those who are not used to being interviewed. Then there's a difference.
Like the Baju Merah people that you interviewed, like, why are you guys here today?
Yeah. Those people are not, they're not always being interviewed. Maybe sometimes they're shy or they don't know how to act in front of the camera. That's different lah. You know?
People on the streets, yeah.
People on the streets. That's a little bit different. The way you ask your questions also is going to be different. What you ask them is also going to be different. People on the streets, you ask for very general, basic opinion questions. Whereas if you're interviewing people like Kak Rozia or the Prime Minister or politicians, it's a bit more specific and there are more things you want them to explain. So it's two different types of interviews lah. Yeah.
And I think how you receive the information is also different. Because people who are used to being interviewed, especially if they are politicians, will already be prepared.
Yeah.
You cannot, this is not a Christian Amanpour situation where you can just like shoot them a question. It's more controlled lah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun fact, one of the early things that we did together before we were together, when we were friends, when he was still married to someone else, was this town hall
It's a talk show.
by Najib's government.
Oh.
So it was a talk show. It was
On
called
RTM.
Tanya Goman.
Yeah.
And he was the host, and he was supposed to interview a politician every episode.
Ministers,
But it was a live recording with actual
Crowd.
town hall crowd. So
This
I was the
college town hall.
no, it's a public town hall.
It's a talk show. It's a talk show format, but it's town hall lah. So the audience can
Yeah.
ask questions and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I was the production manager for that particular thing, and so I watch him lah do this, and it's very different from how we do interviews with Kak Rozia or with the people of Omadal, or even when we did the Lahadatu thing, because this one, every aspect about it is controlled. When it comes to a minister, everything is controlled, planned already. So like even in
For
the
that
town
show
hall,
lah. Yeah, that particular
even in
format
the
is
town
like
hall, for that show specifically. So like before the minister even goes on to the show, he's already in a holding room with the minister. He's briefing the
Talking.
minister on what he's going to be saying or what he's going to be asking. The minister will say, "Oh, this one can, this one cannot. I cannot really say this, whatever." And even in the town hall also, it's like kind of already controlled. Like we can already identify.
The audience is curated.
This person might be disruptive. This person might ask a good question. This person, so we already kind of plan. So everything is already very, very curated, very controlled to minimize risk.
Okay, I gotta clear something up. It will affect my journalistic credibility here. That was one show that I did. There are many other journalistic talk shows where I interview ministers and politicians where there is no preparation, where I actually can ask the questions I want to ask, where they also don't know what I'm going to ask. There are many of that. Many. Okay, but this was a different type of show lah. The Tanya Government was a different type of show. It's done in collaboration with the ministers and all that when they have things that they want to announce to the public as well. So that was that. But yeah, I used to also have different types of talk shows on Astro where the interviews with these politicians, I don't give them the questions beforehand. Yeah, it's like, because it's a journalistic interview, right? And then we grill them lah. Grill. The show was called One on One. Yeah, something like that. So they are the shows too.
Sexy.
Yeah. Yes, one-on-one. Yeah, I know. But yeah. So different shows requires different approaches. Different interviewees require different styles as well. Yeah. But I like interviewing people. It's one of my favorite things to do.
But they see, we all can't interview like Zan Azlee because he already has that charm. Did you look when he was interviewing the terrorists, extremists, radicalized people? He was still being all like
Yeah,
super charming and whatever, laughing all
They were
for 3
comfortable
hours
with me.
lah. But we were all like, bro.
But they were okay with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not.
I
he
watched
brings
the video
this to
and
the, yeah.
I felt your positive smile.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was borderline annoying.
So maybe that
I'm
was
sorry.
good lah.
Like these people are like, fuck. And you're like, oh. And you're like,
No. His signature line is cuba cerita sikit. Macam mana tu?
Yes. Yeah.
We were interviewing one of these radicalized people. She was a woman, and she used Google Plus.
okay.
Do you all remember Google Plus?
I think
It was
No,
Google's
it did-
version of Facebook.
It never caught on lah. Very fast and it died
Oh
out.
yeah.
So it's like Google's version of Facebook.
Yeah.
So she was using Google Plus to recruit people to her cause because she knew that if you went on Facebook, you would be monitored and caught. So anyway, she was caught. When she was caught, she actually had just given birth to like a child. So her husband would always come and visit her with the child, and the husband would always be crying. So she told the husband
Don't come
not
anymore.
to come anymore.
Oh.
Because you're
Because she said,
crying
I already
doesn't
made
serve
these
anything."
choices. So why are you here crying? So no need to come. And then he was like, betul? Tak rasa kesian ke?
Yeah, why? Yeah.
And she's like, tak.
Yeah.
Sebab I dah buat pilihan saya. So kenapa dia nak nangis-nangis? And he was just like, oh. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
You need to get out of here now. I was so disturbed, and he was just like, oh really? Oh, I see. Macam mana tu?
Hey, but the clients really like the series.
Yeah. It's a good series.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good show. It's
Yeah.
just
It's my smiling
we
face.
cannot
and-
interview. No one can interview the way he interviews. It's like just the right amount of charm.
What you just said is
which I
annoying.
don't have.
No. It was like,
It's
I
annoying
know
because
you have like
he's-
good intention of smiling, or I assume
he would charm
Yeah.
his way out of the
Yeah,
cow, you know,
but-
out of the cow situation.
it.
A bit too put on.
Kadang-kadang macam I feel
Tak patut lah macam tu.
yeah macam
It's not the mood.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not perfect. I accept that criticism.
But it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it depends. I think if I were to make that series again, I would not have done it that way lah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I think if we made that series again, I would interview the women. Like I
Have you
would ask
interviewed someone twice?
Many times.
And
Especially
they're like
the
when they see you the
politicians.
second time, they know that okay, this and this is gonna happen.
Maybe. But I don't know lah. I don't know, how do I say? The people that I interview multiple times, are usually politicians, ministers, and all that, right? So they are actually already used to being interviewed all the time.
So they're comfortable with you.
They are comfortable, not just with me, with anyone really, because they are already very well trained.
They do
and
like
they
so
have the
many
experience
interviews a
with these
day.
kind of interviews. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've.
But he doesn't get thrown when he does interviews.
I
So
don't get
like you
thrown?
cannot like
Throw me out. Why
shake
would you-
him.
Oh,
no,
oh.
yeah. So he will always maintain that same easy, charming, slightly concerned or whatever.
Even when you're asking
facade.
like hard questions.
Whatever, yeah.
Hard
So-
questions I will ask during MH370, the plane that disappeared. I was in Australia for about a month. So I would have to attend a lot of press conferences, interview the Australian Prime Minister lah, the Minister of Defence lah, and all that, right? And I would always want to ask questions from a Malaysian perspective because I'm from Malaysia. You have to force, because at that time the whole world media was there, the entire world. Every time a press conference happens, you got hundreds of
Everybody
reporters.
fighting for questions.
Yeah. So to ask the tough questions from what I want to know from a Malaysian perspective, you really got to be aggressive, man. Not just with the other reporters, with the person who's being interviewed also, because he might not want to take your question. So you got to be really persistent. Until a point that every time I put up my hand only, the whatever minister who is there will say, yes, we have already informed the Malaysian government. Thank you, Mr. Zan. And they were like, yes, Malaysia has already known. And they kind of anticipate that I'm going to ask already, you know. So
That means you're doing your job.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
But I bet you he was still smiling and being all charming.
As soon as they answer that, very nice. Okay, thank you. Sir. Okay, all right, nice.
see?
Yeah.
So this happened before. you
Before
guys met.
me, yeah. Way before. Hello, MH370 was when?
No, a long time ago.
Do you know how old he is? Jay?
Yes, that's true. I just look 28.
But I can't do it. I mean, like, not even just interviews, like, even when we do these talks or whatever, right? He has a way of making the most, like, hostile crowd, like, be chill. Like, when we brought one of the first documentaries that we did together, we brought it to the different universities around Malaysia. And it was about this like radicalization and
Extremism,
what happened,
terrorism and all that,
whatever. We were in Johor, I think, and somebody straight up like I felt verbally attacked us lah. It was really in us because he said, you want to show this kind of documentary, but actually this documentary is also a tool for extremism because you're showing us what happens when the Malaysian government arrests all these people. You see families are being broken up, right? So actually you are also spreading the propaganda, something like that. And then I was already like, it took a different turn lah. But he was, as usual, charming. He said, yeah, you're entitled to your opinion.
Because he
True,
was right,
it can be viewed like that, but that's not what we're trying to do. We are trying to show you that actually this is what happens when you do become... But if you take it that way, that's okay. But there are other people who might feel differently. Does anyone here feel differently? Blah, blah. And then he's still smiling and still being all whatever. And then he diffused the situation lah.
Yeah.
Is this like a yes and?
But also...
Yes, but also, I hear you, but now let's move on.
Yeah, so that was why like when witnessing that and these kind of things made me also less aggressive lah. My face might not show it, but I've become less aggressive. So that's why when we went to show your film and when you were getting attacked, I already knew how to diffuse it. I knew what to say. I knew how to protect you, and I could diffuse the situation. I might not be as charming, but there is enough of a... And also because I'm a woman, right? So I'm less threatening in general. So it was easy to know what to do already in that situation, which is something I would not have known if we didn't like work together. Because then I'll just be like, fight, let's go. Let's go now. But
See, the Z-Man has some positive effects.
The Z-Man.
The Z-Man,
Just like
yo.
the in-scan PR guy.
Yeah.
We interview them on our podcast.
But then he will have to suffer the after effects lah. Like when we go for meetings and he's diffusing the situation. After that in the car, finish lah.
Post.
Yeah, like that. They keep like, yeah, but then I'm like, yeah, sorry. Then listen to you because you're a man, right? And I'm like, okay. What you want to eat? So yeah, that's also why it works. Also another reason to why we work together well is because of how that balances out. Because he can be the front of it. I'm okay not being like you. I don't want to be I don't want. I don't want to be the front of it. I don't want to have to go and talk to people. I don't like talking to people. But he's okay. He'll be like, oh, how are you? How are you doing? Alright. And then he'll be like doing his big laugh where you can hear from the other side of the room all. Yeah. And then he's not tired, He's like fueled by all this socializing. By the end of the event, I just want to go home and sleep forever. And he's like, no, let's go for supper. So do this. Don't you think that was such a great conversation? I spoke to this person and it was like so great. And I'm like,
This podcast is
Whatever.
as fun as I watch it. It really is. When I watch it, right? Diorang ni macam sembang relax kan. It's a lot of fun.
Yes.
And now that I'm on it, it is a lot of fun. It is.
because you have to talk about yourself.
Yeah. It is.
When you want to kill him, does he use his charm on you?
He likes to think so.
Oh wow.
And she likes to think that she's
I mean, you
not
don't have to
affected
answer
by
me,
it.
but
No lah, like I said, he likes to
he
think
gets
so.
away with things.
Yeah lah, actually.
She thinks she's not affected by it, but
It's a scam.
it's a Z-man.
It's a
It
scam.
works on anyone.
Something I need to learn.
I'll offer short courses, okay? You can subscribe on YouTube.
No, the thing you must understand is I'm kind of easy because as long as you feed me, I'll be okay. So he'll be like pissing me off,
Fatki.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Although I
Fatki,
would prefer
2
1-1,
days in a
but
row.
never mind.
Let's go.
Although 1-1, I'm a 1-1 person, but it's okay. We'll go to
You're
5.
gonna get cancelled for this. This is a Sabahan podcast, okay? 1-1, please. Yeah. So we'll be like fighting or whatever, and then suddenly one nasi lemak will come. I buy already nasi lemak for you. And then I go down, actually there are 2 packets of nasi lemak. Wow, cair already. Can, pass.
So the charm still works. She just doesn't think it's charm.
It's not junk. It's bright.
Okay.
Okay.
One more question. This is like Bodo question that is non-related to anything.
Bodo questions, but Bodo questions are
Sorry.
It's gonna be like a super intellectual question.
Yes,
So
it's
it's
gonna
not
be
Bodo.
super intellectual. I hope. Why roadkill? So he goes jogging and takes pictures of roadkill, and it's consistent, Like,
Something is always
what's
there.
the idea behind this?
It's so
Wait,
consistent.
first of all, it's not jogging, okay? He runs 5 kilometers every day. Except for Saturday, when he
That's an
runs
obsession.
10 kilometers,
No.
Like, yes.
15.
Oh, 15. Apologies. On the lazy days, it's 10
I
kilometers.
mean,
is it?
look at these cows, man. Oh.
The camera cannot zoom. You can only got one cameraman.
We do B-roll, we do B-roll.
Yeah, like yesterday. Where did you run? Tell them where you ran.
Yesterday? Today.
Today, okay.
This morning. Today I ran 10 kilometers.
From where? To where?
From Surya Mall to the airport.
Surya Mall to the airport.
No, the library lah, the library. Kan the libraries ada.
The Tanjung Aru Library.
It's not far.
And then come back.
It's about 5-6. It's only about 5-6 kilometers. And then
Us
come
mere
back.
mortals.
No,
The distance is
it's not
extravagant.
far.
No, so the roadkill, it's come to a point where I'm so consistent that I get contributions from the public. They send to me pictures.
Announce.
of roadkill.
I
Your
send to you.
submissions are
My
open.
submissions are open. If you want to send me roadkill pictures, please do. It's at Fatbidin or at Zan Azlee.
It didn't always used to be roadkill.
But what is it?
Why
What is
suddenly
this?
it was roadkill? I also don't know.
Because I started noticing these dead animals. And I'm thinking, wow, animals die every day.
Different kind.
Yeah, different kinds of animals. I would see rats,
Frogs.
frogs,
Then
birds,
because we live behind, we
lizards,
live in front of a wetland, a man-made wetland by a wetland.
cats.
So when he runs at the back of the wetland, there are also like biawak kena lingit.
Yeah. And then people will always ask me, people who also run and walk, right? They will say, really, I got all these things? I say, yes, you can see it almost every day. You guys are not noticing it.
Yeah.
So I started
Because they're
putting it
busy
up.
dying
So-
from the running,
I don't know. So I kept
like
posting
normal
it lah.
people that run.
Yeah. And then once it started it became a habit. So now, I see it everywhere.
We just got one yesterday on Gaia Street.
Yeah, Gaia
This
Street. we
morning,
saw,
not
this morning,
yesterday.
a dead
Tikus.
rat.
No, a big rat.
It's a fully formed rat, not even penyek, just dead.
Yo.
Rat, yeah.
And don't forget, you must take different angles of the animal so we can use it multiple times.
It's here.
So from the front, from the side,
this
from
was
the back,
this morning.
and also from the top.
This
okay?
was this
Be
morning.
creative.
This was this morning.
You can send it to them. They can put it as B-roll.
That's huge.
Yeah.
I know that tiles.
You know those styles.
Yeah.
It's Gaia Street.
See many. I got 6 angles.
Holy crap!
Yeah. One I took frontal. Frontal. Yeah.
Like CS
But we don't, wait, there are things we don't want, right? We don't want bugs. We're not into bugs.
Bugs, cockroaches, too
Too
common.
common
Too common.
already.
Yeah.
like
You want
CSI documentation.
Yeah. And
Correct.
we were at Omadal. There were not a lot of dead animals because there were a lot of live animals. I would be jogging on the beach and otters would follow me.
Oh, serious?
Beautiful. They
So,
would literally
here's
follow
another
me.
Semenanjung versus the Islanders
Yeah.
situation. He comes back from the run and he's like, open the window, there are otters, look at the otters. And the otters are like, so cute. So he goes to Kak Rozia and he's like, Kak Rozia, ada memerang.
Ada bumerang. Dia makan tumbuhan aku. Halau dia, nanti dia makan ke pokok bunga aku.
Okay.
Saya okay, sorry Kak Rozia.
Because datang ke tingkap je. Oh, jangan bagi dia masuk.
Nanti dia
Halau dia.
habis pokok bunga rosak.
Okay.
But yeah.
You heard about the otter attack in KK?
No, there was an otter attack.
A jogger in Likas.
Oh, okay.
I think
okay,
she might have provoked, might have lah, but then again the otters are aggressive juga.
Yes.
Yes.
So she kena attacked by what, 4 otters or something like that?
Uh,
And then even Singapore is an issue.
yeah, in Singapore also it has happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I've seen those Singapore otters. You walk there, you will see them.
I saw a documentary at the mamak shop, random mamak shop. They had otters about Singapore, right? How these otters, it was an amazing shop lah. There was this like concrete dekat longkang or whatever. So there were tortoises on top. The otters saw, the otters came, pushed all of them off. And they continued swimming away.
Then bully man, gangster gila.
They came and just to push them off and then continue swimming away.
My friend lives in Sri Kembangan, which is like the mines side. And I don't know, is there a lake there or some wetlands there or whatever? So he lives in like this like mansion and he has this giant koi pond at the front of his house, right? And on the CCTV, the otters will come and eat the koi fish.
Oh damn.
But they don't eat them for food. They just bite off the head and leave the rest of the koi fish there and chow.
Kurang ajar.
Egocentric.
Yeah.
Hey, which one you want today? Gold. Let's go.
So the lesson here is don't fuck with otters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do
The
it.
Singapore one, the cinematic was amazing lah. I don't know how they caught them running around the streets in the morning.
Yeah,
before the
then they have like
shops
slow
open.
motion shots and all. It's beautiful.
And they went to McDonald's. Wait, people started throwing food at them at McDonald's. They go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
next
yeah.
one, makan something else.
Aiyo.
The way, I don't know how the crew followed.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
But those tortoise too, lah, that was an amazing shot. Tortoise all lepak on this wood concrete thing. The otters came, push one by one off.
Yeah.
And continued swimming.
Otters are gangster, yo. Don't mess with otters. Otters you should be afraid of.
Not
Yes,
cows lah.
Not
Okay.
cows.
Not cows.
Okay? Take note.
Noted with thanks. On that note, okay, promote this film.
Okay, Jom Kita ke Laut is coming out in the cinemas, in 10 cinemas only, on the 2nd of July 2026. Please go watch it on the 2nd, 3rd or 4th of July because if we don't make 15% of the audience attendance,
In
you
the
will be
first
taken
3-4
off
days, you'll be taken
the
off.
cinemas.
God damn.
There will be 8 cinemas all around Sabah.
Go.
The full list will be on Fabidin.
Yeah, we will announce the full list of the cinemas lah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Monday.
And you have also an initiative.
Oh yeah, so we are crowdfunding money because we want to renovate our house. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, we want to collect money because we want to use that money when the film comes out to purchase tickets for marginalized youth and communities and who we feel is like suitable to come and watch, and we'll arrange for them to come and watch it in the cinemas.
Yeah. So the initiative is called Jom Kita ke Panggung.
Yes.
It starts as low as 50 ringgit. So you can sponsor 50 ringgit, which is basically an average of 2 tickets maybe. all the way up to 3,000 ringgit, which could get you
A hall
whole hall with a
and
Q&A
an appearance of
and some
the
swag.
filmmakers.
We're gonna
Yes.
make swag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the reason why we're doing it is, number one, we want people to watch it. We want marginalized communities to have the opportunity to watch it, and also because we are profit sharing with the community in Omada, specifically through eSchool. So whatever money we make, there is a portion that goes to eSchool and the community as well.
Thank you
So
very
that
much.
helps lah. That helps. Hopefully lah.
Yeah. So that they can make more films. If you didn't know, eSchool has a YouTube channel, and some of the kids that we have trained that are not the junior directors
Are making films for
making
the YouTube
short
channel.
films for the
And
YouTube
they're
channel.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're getting funding to make their films too.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes.
Yeah. Very nice. They're
Yeah.
getting grants and
Correct.
all that. Nice.
Yeah.
Bagus, bagus,
So
bagus.
support Jom Kita ke Laut through Jom Kita ke Panggung.
Yeah.
The information is all on fatbillion.com,
Or call,
which they will link
or
here.
call Egan, please. So if you see Egan on the streets, please take a photo with him.
If you have a cow, please let Egan meet your cow.
Okay, Zan, Sheril,
Oh, thank you.
thank you for this.
Thank you for having us.
This was so fun.
I'm so glad we did this.
This is a lot of fun.
Finally.
Thank you, guys.
We had fun. We had fun. This is nice.
Thanks again for your time.
Finally. Fulfill.
I'm sorry for Sheril wrangling your arm to get us.
I did not.
For 3 years, aku macam, kau ni tak malu ke Sheril? Orang tak nak lah.
He's the one that
But
asked.
really, we tried to plan to slot in some kind of a session.
It was always too rush.
Yeah.
It was too short. of a
It's
trip.
not.
I mean, I brought my mics to Terengganu,
See?
but we didn't have time.
Terengganu? Oh, yeah.
But whatever it
Because
is,
you were busy
this was a
with-
lot of fun. This was a lot of, seronok sebenarnya.
They're not going to have you on again. You only get one episode.
Maybe part 2.
One episode,
Next
okay? Don't drama.
You can have one without Sheril.
Wow!
Yes.
The one without Sheril.
Yes. Then you see the face.
Oh, Ate is going to be
Hi.
marah.
My name is Azlee, and you're with the Sips.
Okay lah.
Okay. Now where we go supper?
Big thanks to Globes Neighborhood.
KKIFF for the cameras and gears, Alter for the lights, Egan for the sound, Chris over here doing the edits and everything else.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Peace! God! Finally!
This is the show.